In a world where love is sought but rarely understood, three men gather, not to agree, but to reveal truth. One who stayed, one who strayed, one who was changed. Not prophets, but proven. Not perfect, but honest. This is the three wise men. In a world where love is sought but rarely.
What up, what up, what up, world? What up, everybody? It's your boy Aaron, man. We have a good one tonight. We late, but we still great. Introducing my co-host, one of the three of the three wise men, Mr. Big Head Barry Lee. What's going on? Thanks for
Good
everybody
evening.
joining us and everything. Well, one third of the squad is on the way. We had a late one. We all had work late, so we still gonna make it happen. But we're gonna keep the show on the road for now. Once again, we appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all supporting us, supporting the three wise men on my Urban Opinion Network. First off, Barry, how was your weekend?
Oh man, branding it. I love it. I love it. My weekend is always gonna be cool at the other side of the pillow. It's nice outside. I'm always gonna make sure I'm outside enjoying the weather with any activity that comes up.
What you do?
What didn't I do this weekend? What did I do? Went to the batting cages, played some tennis, swam, was outside. What else I do? I ate, slept, hung out, a little bit of everything.
A
Yeah.
little bit of everything. Yeah.
How about yourself?
Took my daughter to a camp, went to Canada, driving around Canada, coming back. Did all this in less than 24 hours. Let me tell you, man.
Oh, you drove straight up and came back the same day.
No, I didn't drive. I flew to Toronto. Then I had to drive from Toronto to Ottawa.
Oh,
That's
see, I didn't know that. I thought you did. I thought you split it up.
that's 4 hours up and 4 hours back.
Oh wow, see, I didn't know all that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you! Look at you flying the friendly skies.
Yeah, that's what I do. I fly the friendly goddamn skies. But anything for my baby, my daughter. She at a camp, so you know, I made it happen. I was on fumes, but I made it happen.
You got that passport stamp. Is that your first time going to Canada?
No,
Been there before? I never been to Canada.
um, first time I went to Canada, I was running college track. To be honest with you.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Me and Bob.
Only thing I know about Canada is the Toronto Blue Jays, Canadian bacon, and Canadian whiskey, and Kawhi Leonard of the Toronto Raptors. That's it.
Yeah, man. So as I send my rounds and stuff, man, let's start with some hot takes, man. Some what you got for social, man? What's going on with some of the topics? What you got?
All right. Well, first and foremost, anybody that is new to the show that I've invited personally, that I sent out a link to, thank you for joining. As always, I appreciate y'all. Please feel free to call in or interact and comment and engage and involve yourself, as I told some of y'all individually and specifically that are probably new, that are not familiar with the platform. So yes, please take that time to do so. Let's talk a little bit NBA. Mr. LeBron James. LeBron Raymond James still is currently 42 years old and right now is still currently unemployed. He doesn't have a team yet or where he's going. But however, funny part about that, at that age, LeBron is probably one of the most seeked after free agents, as if he was 21 years old coming out of college. From what I know and what I've gathered, LeBron has narrowed it down to maybe 4 different teams that he could play with. What teams are those, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you asked that. One of them, of course, is my favorite, none other than the city of brotherly love, the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, listen to this lineup, first and foremost. Tyrese Maxey running the point. BJ Escombe running the 2. Jaylen Brown at the 3. Dean Wade from the Cavs running the 4, and Joel Embiid running the 5. LeBron James is probably the best plug-and-play player that we might have ever seen in the NBA in the last 20-some years. Where can he fit at in that starting lineup? You can take Dean Wade, put him on the bench, and put LeBron in that starting lineup. Move Jaylen Brown to the 2, put Edgecombe at the 3. Or you can mix and match. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that Joel Embiid is going to be healthy all season. We've never seen that thus far. We probably don't even need him to be. Give us a few solid games throughout the regular season. Get healthy, rest up. Can we make a playoff run with him? I think so. I mean, granted, LeBron is old, but LeBron doesn't need to be the first option. He can be maybe the third option. He can still be a floor general. You know, he can still create obstacles for defenses. He still can set you up for your shots and your success. I'll take him. It's not even about money with him right now. I think it's about him having fun. That's if he comes to Philly. Let's look at the Cavs starting lineup. James Harden, Spider Donovan Mitchell, Max Strus, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. He can plug and play in there. Max Strus, not sure who he is. Put LeBron in there at the small. Let him run the point and let Donovan and James just be the shooters. And they got defense with Evan and with Jared Allen. Now, of course, obviously, LeBron won the first championship with Cleveland. So it would be a right off in the sunset type deal if he went back. Not sure if that's going to be the strength that he's going to have, but I mean, it's still a good look for them. They could have went a little further last year. They was missing something. Not sure exactly what it was, but LeBron can be a plug and play in there too. Now, let's go for the one that everybody keeps talking about, which I don't foresee is the Miami Heat. Miami Heat just signed Giannis Antetokounmpo at the power, Bam Adebayo at the center, Andrew Wiggins at the small forward, Tim Hardaway Jr. at the 2 they just signed, who's going to be wearing his dad's old number, of course, and Davion Mitchell at the point. Now, you can take it.
Jamar Way's not giving him his number.
Oh, he's not? They changed? Oh, he just not going to do that?
The father said, I'm retiring my jersey in the Raptors.
I love that. All right, that works too. He said, build your own legacy, son. Don't use mine. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not sure who Davion Mitchell is as far as in comparison to the starting lineup because I ain't really seen too much of his reel, but you can put LeBron at the point forward. He's ran it before. He could do it again. That's a good plug and play for him. LeBron did win 2 championships with him and went to the NBA Finals with him 4 times. So it would kind of seem like he knows the history. He knows the arena. You can have fun down there. Now, whether or not if the other supporting cast can support, I don't see any shooting that much on this team in that depth. So that might be a challenge, but you know, it kind of looks fun as a starting lineup. Last but not least, I see Golden State. Now, this might have to be the oldest lineup that I might have seen in some period of time. You got Steph Curry, probably about my age, playing the point. Brandon Potazinski at the 2. What is that? Guy Santos, Draymond Green, and Kristaps Porzingis. All right, so that might be fun, I guess, because LeBron is still be in California. He's not too far from home. His family's still up there. You know, LeBron and Steph had a good run in the Olympics, so that might be a fun. But I don't know if it's going to be a title chase. The West is pretty deep. Golden State, I think they did make the playoffs last year, but they're not going to have much of a run because they don't have much depth, and they're also getting older. A lot of people are still playing the same way, and the West is just pretty deep as far as teams. I'm going to have a lower percentage as far as LeBron going to Golden State. I'm hoping the Sixers, the Cavs, maybe Miami. I don't see it, and Golden State. Yeah, you can go ahead and put a fork in that one. What you think?
He's going to go to state, and that's it.
You want him to go to Golden State?
No, that's what I think.
That's what you think?
Mm-hmm.
You think that's just for convenience because he's already up there in California, or is it just it's not much of an expectation?
No, I'm just you want to play with Steph.
Okay. All right.
So, what you think about ESPN had a couple of layoffs though. They had Brian Clark, Cam Newton. Them motherfuckers is letting go a lot of people.
Hey man, they want a certain format. I mean, letting them go while in the middle of the show. It's like getting fired while you at work. It's like, I don't get it. Like a lot of people that's on those type of platforms, like they speak their mind. That's kind of the whole point of it. But if they making moves to bring other people in, or if there's some type of financial disputes, executives, I think they handle it terribly. Like some stuff could be handled a little more professionally, especially if people put in their time and they put their blood, sweat, and tears and stuff. Like you should kind of have a little bit more respect. But as we can see, you're just looked at as a number and as an employee, not looked
Niggas
at as
don't
an
care.
individual.
Niggas don't. They don't. Nobody don't care about respect anymore, man.
I mean, I see that.
You know, that's just what it is.
Now I'm cool with Ryan. Any stuff that he might say. Like he's been there, so he's a retired professional athlete. He's made his mark in the NFL, got his championship ring. And his opinions and his thoughts is what they are. I don't see him as being an outlandish, disrespectful type person. Like that doesn't seem like him. Now, as far as with Cam Newton, like, Cam has other platforms that he kind of makes his money from. Um, so I don't think it's a loss for anything. A lot of people have gotten let go from those big networks and then they go off and do their own thing and then they become just as successful. It's just that you're probably not carrying that same big name brand as far as being with ESPN or whatnot. So I mean, but I don't think they're going to be on the unemployment line anytime soon. So I think they'll be fine. They'll land on their feet. Good luck to them, brothers. Um, I don't know. Like you said, like those companies don't really care about you no more. I've seen them do way worse than that, and then they try to make it look like like they're the good guys and make their belts look bad. I mean, you always gotta protect yourself at all costs, and always have an additional income stream, and always have a different opportunity to make money, and not just have a one reliable source. That's a clear, evident idea why you should.
Mm-hmm.
But good luck to him. Definitely good luck to him.
Good luck to him.
You think he can support and start his own cast and bring in some other people like some others, or he can just? You think he probably needs to be with other people to have kind of more of an audience?
Who?
Ryan and Cam. Well, Cam can do it by himself, but I'm talking about like Ryan.
No, he'd be all right.
You say he'd be all right? I can see that. I don't see him by himself. Like he seems like he would be better paired with somebody as like an engagement type.
He won too many broadcaster awards. He'll be all right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like once all this blows over, and it'll probably be just yesterday's news. But I got to look back on it too to see exactly what specifically was said that pushed him over the top, or was this something that was already brewing? Do you know specifically what was said?
It wasn't that. It was just his contract was up, and then they're not gonna pay him when he works, especially with some of the stuff he does. You know what I'm saying? Like he got stuff going on, and then remember he almost didn't his last contract. He almost didn't sign. So
Right.
this time, Brian, what's it called? He gonna get his RC gonna get his He'll be all right. And honestly, right now, he can focus more on the pivot.
On the
Football,
what?
like the pivot.
Oh,
Also, they can make it. They can make some more nightly shows. You know, they got it set up. They move it around. They all right. He all right. He'll be more freedom. He'll be all right. Somebody gonna pick him up. Trust me. It's football season.
okay. Yeah, I heard speculation that they something about his contract, and then they had a disagreement as far as coming to a figure, and then they was looking to move him out, but then also shift somebody and move him in to kind of fill the slot. So a lot of that stuff is rumors and speculation. Not really big on that because everybody always broadcasts a different scenario. So until it actually unfolds and actually hear it from him, which I'm sure somebody's gonna bring him on their platform and talk about it, and then ask. But I'm sure he's gonna be professional about it. I'm sure he's gonna, land on his feet and definitely get paid what he's worth. So I think he's pretty cool, dude. I mean, for what I know of him. Um, so yeah, definitely good luck to him. And Cam, I think Cam is always gonna be all right. I mean, I watched a couple of Cam shows already, 4th and 1 and his podcast Funky Friday. So he got his own camp and he got other businesses outside of those platforms. So he'll be good. He'll definitely be good. I'll still support him. So I mean, I like him. I like his eclecticness and his difference and his thought process. So I'm good with that. So did you watch any of the World Cup? Did
Nope.
you follow any of that?
Nope. I was either working or I'm traveling.
I'll be honest with you, this year is probably bigger. I've probably seen more stuff with soccer 'cause I've been spending a lot of time in Philly lately, and being as though Philly hosted a lot of stuff, for the World Cup. A lot of stuff at like parties and stuff, especially around like the downtown area or was the Center City area. Only thing I know is I've heard the name Messi thrown around. I've heard Spain. I hear Argentina. I hear Italy. Um, what's the other guy's name that they always mention? The guy from Brazil. I forget his name, but I can see his face. But only thing I got with that is congratulations to Spain because it looks like they won the World Cup. They beat Argentina 1-0, and they said Philly was pretty good as far as hosting it this year. And actually, Philly hosted a couple things this year. They hosted the MLB All Star Game. They hosted the the FIFA stuff, and what was it? Something else they did? Maybe it was the 4th of July, the what is it? The Wawa celebration or the Independence in the Park type deal. So congratulations to Philly on being on the map for that. So let's keep that going.
Mm-hmm. Well, man, let's get into you had the main topic this week, so what you want to start with? You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I did my homework, did a lot of research. I patiently would like, and I'll start, and I'm going to add because the other Wiseman that's coming in will definitely be helpful with this. Talking about interracial dating, interracial coupling, interracial marriage, interracial mingling, period. And the reason why is because I've been like a roving reporter this week. I've been speaking to different women, different men, all different colors, all different races, just randomly asking people I work with, people I go to the gym with, people I run into the streets, people I'll talk to on the phone, just asking what their views and how they feel about interracial dating, just randomly, just to see where they are with that. Some people are for it. Some people like it. Some people don't like it.
How'd you ask the question? Curious.
I would just start off and just ask them like, hey, how do you feel? Or some of them, it all depends on how I posture. Someone was like, hey, how you feel about interracial dating? Like just randomly say, and I want to see what their view is, what their response is, what their facial expression, how they kick it out. Then I would try to corner them. So I'm like, hey, I want to tell you something. They're like, what? I'm like, hey, let's just hypothetically, I say, I met somebody. They're like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Let's say she's nice. Let's say she's sweet. Let's say she's respectful. Let's say she's beautiful. She's pretty. Like, oh my God, love is love. Everything is great. And I'm like, oh, by the way, let's say she's white. Let's say she's Haitian. Let's say she's Mexican. You know what's funny? All that they said prior, out the window. So I'm like, wait a minute. If you just said that based upon love, everything is good, then why is it different because she's not Black? Now I'm just throwing these out there because I just want to kind of get a different reaction. Everybody has their ways. Now I want to kind of go in depth with that, with those people, to why they feel that. Now, for me personally, as far as with interracial dating, I do, and I will. I'm okay with it. Interracial dating to me doesn't necessarily mean white. It can mean a variety of different type of women. Swedish, Slovakian, Haitian, Dutch, African, Egyptian, Russian, Italian, German, whoever. Anybody that is not melanated. That's different. Even throw an Asian in there. I'm okay with that. I'm accepting of that. What I have noticed in my quest and in my trials, when speaking with Black women, mostly, there is a disliking for it. There's an acceptance for it. It's kind of half and half. Some Black women are totally against it.
So what they say? Why was they against it?
Well, it's funny that you say that. A lot of Black women were against it because they said you shouldn't date outside your race. They feel as though that if a Black man does date any woman that is not Black, it's because he wants to run all over that woman. He wants to control her. He wants to manipulate her. He wants to treat her disrespectfully. He wants to do all these outlandish and crazy things versus just liking what he's attracted to, or versus liking what actually might like him. So I would ask those particular Black women that had a negative response to it. If you say that if you say love is love, and this person that is not Black, if she's respectful to this man, if she cares about this man, if she's kind to this man, if she loves this man, if she nurtures him, if she dumps into him, as most women usually do, what does the shade of her skin have to do with it? A lot of them had a lot of indifferent answers, but I noticed that most of their answers were stuff reflecting, like, some silly movies that they might have watched, or stuff involving slavery, or something disrespectful, like, well, if you can't use a comb, don't bring her home, or it's just a whole bunch of this outlandish answers.
So let me ask you a question about that. What do you like? Cause you're going back and forth from personally, then going back to old girl. Real quick, did you share the link or anything with these people?
Yes.
Okay. Number one. Number two, what do you think Black women got it harder dating than every other race?
I think they have it harder.
Yes.
I think some Black women make it harder.
So the answer is, you think is no.
I don't think they have it harder. If we're going, my opinion, I don't think they have it harder. I think they kind of might make it harder on themselves, as far as the taking away the simplicity of it.
Like what?
So if you like somebody as a Black woman, give a signal that you actually like them and be honest about that if it's true. I'm not saying that you have to throw yourself at somebody, but give them a window to approach you. Some Black women, maybe even my own experience, or even some stories I've heard about, where if they like somebody or attracted somebody, instead of letting that person know, they'll tell everybody else around them that this person is on their radar, but they won't give any signals, or they won't give any open avenues to say, hey, come and pursue me.
So in what you just said about them not being open, are you saying the other people besides black women are more open than them?
And some experiences, yes, I would think that some of those different races are. Now, there's some shyness with all, but I think that in my experience, I've experienced with dating other women, yes, it's more open. Um, it's more available. It's a more inviting interaction. So yes,
Have you been more open with other races? Have you been given the same energy that the black women give? Like you just said like they're not as open. Do you feel as though you was as open as
I'm
well?
pretty. I feel like I'm pretty consistent around the board. So yes, for me personally, I feel like I am and have. Um, the responses are probably a little different. Some have been good. Now, if we're talking with black women I've dealt with, some have been good, some have been bad. Now, any other races I've dealt with, yes, some have been good and some have been bad as well. There is a difference with everybody. Now, that can be just individually. That can be just, maybe it was the luck of the draw. Maybe it was just I was just on point with that. But there is a difference. My approach to a lot of things is a little different. I kind of stay consistent with certain things, how I interact when it comes to women. So it's pretty much static across the board. Now, if it's a situation where it's like, if this person is not interested in me, there's no attraction, then I'm not going to actually aggressively pursue that because you're not attracted, you're not into me. So why would I even bother? So I'm gonna let you be. Versus if there is some type of something there and it's like, all right, there's a window of opportunity. Let me go ahead and put my foot in there. I have noticed that it has been and more inviting and simpler with some of other races. And other races doesn't always mean white. When people understand it, doesn't mean always white, but it has. Now, I've dated multiple black girls. I've dated other multiple races as well. It is what it is, but there is a significant difference with that.
Like,
To add,
give me an
so
example.
like, so like,
When you're out, like give me
so
so
like,
artists can understand what you're saying. Like you're out and about. You go out a lot. I know you, but they don't know that because I don't want them to misconstrue what you might be saying. You go out a lot.
a
So
lot.
all right, so you're out and about. Give me
Hmm.
the example about how it's so different between a black woman and everybody else when you go do your thing out and about.
All right. So let's say I won't name any names, but let's say at that time where I might have went out and this is where I was engaging, let's say a black woman. All right. And I'm not downplaying this and then saying one's better than the other. I'm just showing that the difference in this, where that black woman might have gave a backhanded compliment, like, oh, you think you cute? Yeah, I do. That's the whole reason why I'm out here. I do think I'm cute. Or, if I look nice, well, which one of your hoes you trying to impress? Right? Nah, we're not doing that. Or, oh, look at you with your little shirt or your little hat or your little outfit, blah, 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 or trying to downplay it. And it's like, just give me the compliment. Like, you don't have to give me the compliment and then try to pull some of it back.
So give me the comments that the other women say.
Some other women have some other women of different races have said, "Oh, you look very nice. Oh, you look handsome. Or I love that smile. Or that shirt looks good on you. Or your body looks amazing." And we'll just be with that, and we'll just dive into that versus saying it and pulling it back. So I
Don't
did
you
notice there was a difference with that.
But don't you think that's a cultural thing?
I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Because I'm saying that because now I'm getting to dudes, right? When's the last time you said your homies look nice? And some.
You said last time I said my
Yeah,
homie.
yeah. And you ever saw your dude, a homie of yours, put some on you, but oh man, that shit look good.
It's probably been a while because I don't. I mean, have I
Okay,
done it? I've done it, yeah, but it might have been a while.
okay, but you don't do it. But like, it's probably a reason why you don't do it though.
Because I
Hey,
probably don't.
yeah.
I
So I'm
mean, I
saying.
probably won't see him out in that light like that consistently to do it. But I mean, I'm not shy from letting
So
somebody know like you shining.
the same example. It was talking about men, right? Like let's just say let's talk about Bobby, right? if I put some on, Bobby might see put on. Like, okay, sleeves. He'd be like this. He might say, "Where you get that shirt from?" He's saying that's a nice shirt.
Didn't say that.
No, don't. He might say, "Nigga, where you think you're going?" Just like on Life, the whole. Remember that scene on Life when Eddie Murphy was chopping in the gardens, chopping the trees, the plants, whatever, the bushes. I'm sorry, and then
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence's character said, "Mr. Wilkins' driver got the flu." He said, "Who the hell you think it was, Harry Belafonte or something like that?" He's basically saying, "Nigga, you where you going at looking good?" That's just what we do as a culture.
I mean, yeah,
It's not
but
bad.
all right, I mean, but the joking of it, it's like I'm a type of person. Then say what you mean. I don't like just beating around the bush.
They said what they mean though.
I get it, but
I'm just saying.
but for somebody like me who has a direct approach when I speak, I'm the type of person, say exactly what you mean. Don't give me no roundabouts. You know, if you're gonna say, "Hey, you look nice in that shirt," then say, "Hey, that shirt look good on you." Don't be like, "Okay, where you think you going?" Yeah, I don't know. I get it. I can understand, I can digest it, but it's like, why, what's the issue with people saying expect this explicitly exactly what you're trying to say? Anybody that knows me, I hate trying to guess what you're trying to say versus just saying what you are supposed to say or want to say. I hate that. I always hate that.
So you said a word. You probably didn't mean it that way. You said that they give you a little backhand compliment. So you think that's a negative thing?
No, I don't see it as negative, but it's like you're going to give the compliment, but it's almost like you're pulling back, like you almost don't want to fully commit to it. So I've had experiences where I've dealt with some women where it's like they almost, and they'll tell me, "I don't want to tell you too much because I don't want to pump your head up."
Hold on, Barry. If any women is listening in the chat and y'all want to join and y'all have I have the link. You don't have to show your face, but if you want to get on the audio or show your face, audio, show your face, or both, let me know. Talk in the chat, and I'll get you on. Go ahead, Barry.
So I've had some women where I've dated, or I actually was like seriously interested about, and they would say, what was I saying? They would say, shit, I lost my train of thought. Give me a second. What did I just say? Oh, they don't want to say specifically what it is. Oh, I don't want to pump your head up, or I don't want to, feed your ego. I don't want to make you feel this about yourself. And I'm like, well, isn't that kind of the whole point? Where it's like, if I can tell you look pretty, or you look beautiful, or you look nice, or you look sexy, I have no problem with saying that if that's what it is. Why do you feel as though that's too much to say if somebody that you're involved with in that space? I personally think that you should probably say that. That's a word of affirmation. That's a love language of some people. If you don't want to say it, that's fine. But then don't get mad when someone else says it.
Salute. LR joined us. What's going on, Big?
It's good, man.
My man. Assalamu alaikum.
Go ahead, Barry. Keep your thought. Keep your train of thought.
All right. So, LR, I just want to catch up to speed. I'm talking about interracial dating, coupling, and relationships. And I'm at the point where I'm explaining as far as like the difference with it, and I'm personalizing it. So the part I left off is where it was saying that some women I've dealt with, they will try to pull back from the full throttle of the compliment that they will say to me, as if they don't want to make me feel better than what I already feel. So they're like, hey, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a breadcrumb on this, but I'm not gonna give you too much. Where some women of different cultures that I've dealt with will go full throttle and will pat on the back and will pump the head up. And they're like, nah, if I'm rocking with you and if it's legit, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna see it. And I'm okay with that.
And though I said that, and though I kind of gave the different the opposite, like how dudes do it. Yeah, we all do it, but I think I said that maybe that's maybe a cultural thing. But Barry's just saying that he likes more direct.
100%. 100%.
Direct.
Anybody that knows me, I would prefer directness. I don't like gray area. I don't like that teeter-tottering back and forth. Say what you say.
Many hats. Good. Thanks for joining us, women in many hats. And
that's funny. Hey, Fushi. Well, that's another woman of Haitian descent. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you for joining. Thank you. If you want to call in and add your little 2 bits, please do so.
And to my sister Endo, she might get on. Endo might get on. But I'll put the link in the chat for anybody else. But I this is it's bubbling up. So Barry, and Barry, not picking on you because we just having dialogue so people can understand. So I just think it's a cultural thing versus Barry. Like, nah, man, I just want you. All right, Barry. All right. Sometimes, like, see, I grew up playing sports, right? That's what coaches do to the players they really like. Like, the coaches might say backhand comments to the guy because, you know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that they don't like him. That's just how, and especially in sports. I know one is dating and one is sports, but that's just how, like, the culture is on sports and stuff. I grew up playing sports my whole life. Like, the coach will say,
and I get that
backhand compliments to
I
players
get
that they like.
I get that.
Like, even like, here you go. All right. Let's just say a girl. When I say a girl, right? Let's just say, look, all right. Let's just say, all right. When I'm making an example because she's on here. I might throw the backhand comments like that to a girl who I'm not trying to see, like, but I just want to give a comment to, like, so for instance, like, say if I have me a girlfriend, but she might have a sister. Her sister's attractive too. I'm not into her sister, but I might see her sister, like, and we joke around, like, girl, who you think you is putting that no and do you know what I'm saying? Or who you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we just throw shit out like that. Like,
I get that. I'm talking more so
I'm like this. Damn, and you wearing that shit? Yeah, I did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get that. I'm not taking away from that. I'm saying in certain spaces when there's intimately, when it's you, this person, and as far as trying to decipher certain things, like I said, I like the direct approach. Direct approach works for me. If anybody else wants to do opposite of that, that's on them. But for me, I like direct. Anybody I deal with knows I like direct. I like specifics. I like, straight to the point. I'm a very matter-of-fact individual. That works for me. Now, that's necessarily saying it's bulletproof. No, but that's a clear indication of what something is. Now, I'm not saying that I don't understand a backhand compliment or people saying things that's not direct. I'm not saying I don't comprehend that. I totally get it. But it's just like, me as a person and what I like and what works for me. Okay, cool. I can dig with that.
Check your Facebook inbox, Endo. The link is in there. Yeah.
Now, what I do also want to throw in there, and I want anyone to challenge on this. I'm gonna go down the list. Actually, I'm gonna say that part for later. So, for people who don't accept dating outside of your race, ask yourself honestly, like, why? The women that you've dated, do they look overall better? Do you not like the opposite race because of this? Do you like that?
Hold on. I gotta give a shout out to my sister because she came on to the podcast.
What's up, Endo?
Gotta give her introduction. Hey, yo, chat. She ain't gonna watch her mouth. So Endo, like, how
I can.
Okay. I'm just messing with you. But I'm gonna let the woman and Barry talk real quick, and I guess Endo gonna chime in, whatever. Go ahead.
First of all, India, good afternoon or good evening. It's good to see you.
Hey, Barry. Always
Thanks for chiming in.
See you.
Appreciate you for that.
Hold on, y'all. Ready? Right? This is for Endo. We gotta do this for Endo. 2 verses. I have never been so much. All right, go ahead. My bad. I know she like that shit.
All right, so Endo, I've known you probably just as long as I've known Ira. So I'm gonna say at least probably pushing almost 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you probably know me quite well. You probably seen some people I've dealt with. and you've seen me, solely and privately, and you know how I interact, you know how I talk, so you know how I am, so you understand a little bit about me. So this is not just stuff you're making off the top of your head. So, question I wanted to ask you though, I'm glad you came on, so thank you for that. So let's say hypothetically, right? We're going to use this hypothetical, and I'm going to use me as the target here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You as a woman would want me to find love, right? Let's just say you want me to find love. You want me to be happy, right?
Absolutely.
What if I tell you, like, hey, Endo, you're like, what's up, Barry? I met somebody. Okay, tell me about her. Endo, she's pretty. She's nice. She's beautiful. She's empowering. She's wonderful. She's, just she's nurturing. She's everything I'm looking for, right? And you can be like, okay, I like that. Go, Barry. I love that for you, right? Let's say, are you with me so far on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel if I dropped the bomb on you? Oh, by the way, she's white. Or, oh, by the way, she's Haitian. Or, oh, by the way, she's Slovakian, Swedish, or German. What will your initial response be when I drop that?
I mean, I don't particularly have issues with interracial dating. Like, I feel like if you find somebody who is checking on your boxes and somebody comes up and like she just particularly checks your boxes, then I 100%, whatever her nationality is, cool. It's the niggas that sit around and talk about,
Here you go.
I don't like black women. Or I'm cool with a man who is an equal opportunist. You know what I mean? Because there's great women of all races and there's horrible women of all races as well.
Horrible.
I agree.
I don't like when and it's even okay to have a preference, right? It's okay to have a preference. I preference black men personally. You know,
Okay.
I've dated white men. You could take me out. You can spend your money. There's a date, right?
Dang,
Were you attracted to him?
I have my reasons why they have not leveled up to a standard that I particularly want. But that don't mean that they don't exist. Like if a white
Okay.
man comes around and he do, and he fine, because he got to be fine. That's number one.
Fine. Hey, yo, she's
Yeah.
I heard her say that for 20 minutes. He gonna be fine.
And he gotta be fine. That's number one. But if he checks the boxes, like I just feel like at these big ass ages, like we too old to be like, oh, I only like black
Hey,
women.
Barry, Endo, let me tell you something. Endo, that was beautiful, and you better than me. I'm gonna say this right now. I'd rather take a toxic black woman over anybody else. I just love my black woman. I'm sorry. Here you go. Maybe that's my problem. I physically don't think there's no other women that look better than a black woman. I'm too physically attracted to black women.
I feel you there. And I feel the same way about black men. I feel the same exact way.
That's just my problem.
So I understand what you're saying. Like 150%, because I feel the same way about black men. I do not think that there is a culture. I'm not a Puerto Rican, not a Hispanic, not a Mexican. They don't look better than black men.
The ones that I like ain't nothing better. The ones who
That's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to I 100% agree with you there because that's what.
Hold on, watch this, Kylie. If you on there, I swear to God, show your face, baby. She fine too. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I also understand other aspects. Like once we get to a certain age, like we kind of gotta let some of those shallow, it depends on what you're looking for, though. If you're looking just to date, to have some fun, someone you can spend your time with, then whatever. But if you trying to lock in and you want to get married and you want to think, then yeah, you make sure that you're 100% into your significant other because the moment you feel like something is lacking that you desire that this person don't have, you're gonna be looking for it somewhere else. But
so let me ask both of you. Let me ask you, Ira. Let me ask you, India. And because you said a lot, and I appreciate that. So you support interracial dating, coupling, or marrying some capacity, right? Because you said you've engaged in it yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Now, and I already said you said you don't. You said you're strictly back, no matter how toxic it is. Now, with India, right? So would you consider it that to be, is it black women, are they jealous if black men date outside of their race versus them? Or for Ira, is it an insecurity of dealing with only black women because other races might make you have to be in a different space than what you're probably accustomed to?
Let me ask that first. What space do you think that is first? Because that's what.
So if you said toxic, right? Toxic is probably not necessarily a good light to meet somebody like, hey, mom, I met this toxic lady, blah, blah, blah. Her name is such and such, right? That's not really a good look when we mention the word toxic. So granted that you're attracted to the ideal, the aesthetic of a black woman. I get that. I'm not even taking that away. But stepping outside of that, is that a comfort zone that you're staying in because of that, based upon what people might think or feel? Or is that solely just internally with you?
No, I'm shallow.
Okay.
I'm shallow.
Okay.
Listen.
I appreciate that transparency.
Listen. This how it is.
My man.
If you have a consistency in your life about something, right? That is who you are. Maybe not face wise, my girlfriends may look alike, but if you see anybody who you saw me with before, they all got a body frame, something. I like what I like. If I gotta say, I don't like, when I say big women, I'm talking about the actual definition of a big, like, I don't like Instagram, like, those girls, because they made up. I like regular, nice body, no surgery type women, and they have a certain build that I like.
Okay.
That's just, but they pretty much all had that in common. Pretty much.
Do you think some women of other races probably can possess that same aesthetic?
Maybe, but they can't because they don't got that skin.
Okay. Now, I appreciate your valor in it.
Watch this. Let's be real. I'm being nasty now. If we talking about, if I see a girl naked, right, and I got her bend over, right, I see a black woman, I don't see green veins. If I mess with it, maybe that's my ignorance, but I'm consistent. I don't care. That's just how I don't do that. That's not sexy to me.
Okay. Now you're saying, I just want you, because you understand, I just want to make sure it's clear. When you hear a black man saying, I'm dating outside my race, what's the first race that notoriously people just automatically come to their mind?
They're gonna say white. But
they're gonna say white.
Let me tell you why. Because this is what India was going to before. I think so. The problem comes because both parties be lying. I'm saying the women do and the men do. This is where they freak up at. When a lot of black men do mess with white women, they say things to compare, like such and such is better, because that's the problem it gets to. Yeah. Don't nobody care if you date such and such. Well, it's when you start.
Nah, well, the issue is this, right?
My man, hello.
What I was trying to say is, who was the quarterback of the Washington Commanders? Who's that guy's name?
RG3.
Yeah, like RG3, right?
Who's married to a white woman?
Let him land, Barry. Let him land.
There's a problem with the perception when you're overtly criticizing black women with a white woman by your side, as if she's like cheering it on. Like there's a perception of those type of men, right? So I think that's the problem, to where maybe black women can get upset and or Ira can get upset, because if I'm sitting there, like a perfect example, right? You have a dude sitting there like trashing Angel Reed about everything, going down a list, right?
Hey, kid, folk. Kid,
and then
Nikki.
And then
Nikki.
And then say like a Caitlin Clark.
Get on,
He's
Nikki.
loving it. Hey, goddamn, man. Nikki knows she coming. But anyway, I'm sorry. You had to get an eye real quick. But like Caitlin Clark, right? They'll like uplift consistently, and then they'll just trash one particular player. So it gives the perception of favoritism, and then the way they do it is if you're being handled by like a master by your side. So so that's the issue, because a lot of those guys are on social media, they're in the media, so you see them a lot more than like the average, So that's the problem I have. I don't care who you like, but my thing is, don't be sitting there criticizing, one particular group, like say black women, when you have maybe a white woman on your side, as if she's agreeing with everything that you're saying. That just looks weird to me.
I agree.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go.
And I feel another.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this real quick.
Go back.
Let me ask y'all this real quick, right? I'm gonna go through this list, right? I want y'all to hear this list. Let me finish the list real quick. I'm gonna go through a list, and I want y'all to hear these women's names, right? Just hear their names. If it registers in your mind, great. And I'll wait till I'm done the list. It's real quick, and I want y'all to hear it. And what's the immediate thought when you hear these women's names, right? We got Linda Carter, Pam Anderson in the 80s or the 90s, Brooke Shields, Kristen Bell, Charlie Theron, Megan Fox, Eva Menendez, Brie Larson, Bryce Howard, Jennifer Lawrence, Jennifer Aniston, Topanga, Heather Locklear, Hannah Waddington, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, Angelina Jolie, Jamie Presley, Gal Gadot, Sandra Bullock, Elizabeth Olsen, Sofia Vergara, Julia Roberts, J-Lo, Zendaya, Miley Kunis, Bo Derek in the 80s, Jessica Alba, Nicole Kidman, Cameron Diaz in the 90s, Christina Applegate in the 90s, and Lucy Liu, right? These are just a random list of women of different colors.
Zendaya's black and white, so she's black. So we want to take her off the list.
Now, of this list, do any of these women...
The girl from the Al Bundy show, that Spanish girl.
Okay. So what's up with this long ass list? Because I already forgot the names.
All right. So of this list, you would say that probably majority of these women on this list probably would be white, or they're not black. So there's not many black women on this particular list, right?
I know one, Brie Larson, is black.
Would you say that they're attractive?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The ones that I recognize, I think so.
The ones that you recognize. Okay. Some of you may not, because I did kind of go on a tangent with that. Would you say some of them are physically attractive? And this is for the guys. Would you say that some of them are actually physically attractive?
Man, I don't even know, bro.
I can see. Here you go. Watch this.
Sandra Bullock has been eating the girls up all her damn life. She look good even as she's getting old. She one of probably the oldest white women that look good still now.
Okay.
Am I lying? She look good. Sandra Bullock look good.
Wait,
J-Lo look good.
Ain't that congeniality lady?
Well, J-Lo's not white.
He said not black.
Not black.
He named Spanish and white women.
She ain't even Afro-Latina neither. She's regular mix. She's regular Spanish.
Okay. You know Scarlett Johansson, right? From Marvel movies.
That's
Black Widow.
Yeah. Topanga still look good today.
Now,
Margot Robbie.
Different. Topanga not white.
Yeah, she's not white.
What's she?
Topanga 90s fine for a white woman.
But my point is, these women will be visually attractive and also physically attractive. Okay. So you're saying, based upon how you feel about the attraction to other women that are not black, they will be off limits?
Watch this. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna answer the question like this, Barry. Barry, watch this, Barry. At my best, I don't think no woman can call me ugly. I'm not ugly at all. My kid's too fine for the father to be ugly, right? Right? But I may not be. Some people don't like you, Barry. Like they can see me and say, "Oh, Ira he's a nice looking man." That don't mean they like you.
Yeah, that don't mean they want you. That don't mean you particularly type.
Like there's girls you can say, you know what? Like India will be like this. Hey, yo, my brother right there. Might say, like she ain't gonna say I look good like that. She gonna say it in a different way. Like they can say, oh yeah, especially some of the niggas that you dealing with. Yeah, he look good. He look better than the niggas that you fuck with. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means. It don't like watch this. I think Kelly Rowland is more attractive than Beyonce. That don't mean that I don't think Beyonce is not attractive.
I agree.
I just think Kelly Rowland's more sexy to me,
Right.
in my opinion.
That's my speed, though. That's definitely my speed.
When I say that, I am not saying Beyonce is not attractive. Hell yeah, Beyonce is attractive. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody, you just have a type, and I think
Yes.
I just feel like even with you, Barry, like if you're not I only date white women kind of guy, right? You date women, you date all kind of
I did
women,
it
and
all.
women that
Yeah.
you're attracted to, right?
Right.
So for a man like you, that's different. But the black men that preference white women, we see them a lot of times. They ain't the type of men we looking for anyway, because they even have characteristics, very similar characteristics about themselves, i.e., like a Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo would not be my type of nigga at all. Like he just wouldn't. Like because
Now,
he
I
has
don't
that.
agree with them doing that. Like, I don't agree
He
with.
has that I only date white women kind of attitude and demeanor about him. And the reality of it is a lot of them ain't our type anyway. We ain't checking for them. You know what I mean?
I get that.
My brother, he dates multiple race women. He love a Spanish bro for one. Let's start there. He
But
love a
hold
Spanish
on,
bro.
but he's in the Air Force, so he's getting different type of.
And
He's
he
going around the
travels the
world.
world.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So
he loves a Spanish type of woman, but if he see a bad black woman, he's dated black women too. He's dated, I don't know about if I don't might have dated some other little white girl or something back in the day. But he doesn't have a type. He just likes pretty women. And he likes women that match him. So
Barry dates all. I just want to make it clear. Barry,
yeah, that's what I
do you
said.
think
I already made that clear.
But I'm gonna say this. This is not the Barry. Do you think black women are the hardest race to date though? I'm asking you that specifically.
I wouldn't say hardest. Nah, I wouldn't say
But
hardest.
you said something earlier though.
I said some of it. Like I said, as far as the complimentary part, where it's like there has become some obstacles. There is a difference that I've experienced from in my dating life with all that I've encountered, where I've noticed that the ones I've encountered, where it's like, you could have made that a little bit more simpler if you did this, versus ones who might have followed in that same path and they made it simpler, where it was like, okay, I can see the direction I need to go. Now, I'm never going to chop down a black woman and say, you know what, other women, other races are better than black women. I'm not going to say that, because all my girlfriends I've had have been black. Have I dated others? I do, and I will.
But you never
simple.
had. But have you ever had anybody else as your girlfriend?
That's of a different race, yes. No matter, even though if it lasted for a small period of time, yes. I had. Well, I would consider that was in my mind, and I guess at that time we might have dealt with each other. Yeah, I would consider that, but that shit might have been up in flames. But it has occurred, yes. But I'm never going to be like what LR said. Like, I don't ever want to go on a platform and be like, all right, this woman is better than black, or this white woman, or this Swedish woman, this Slovakian woman, this Haitian woman is better than these black women because this, and this. Like, I'm never going to do that. It's just that the individual you might have chose might be a better choice for you presently at the moment, because they fit what you like, what you desire, and what you want. Not to say that you're just going to chop down who
And
was
they
in your
want
past.
you at the time. Because sometimes
Right.
people want people that, hey, just because you want somebody don't mean they want you in return. So I think you kind of just go ahead.
But also, I think the issue is that we look at relationships and marriage differently than most of the other groups. Marriage is a business. It's how you obtain wealth, how you build wealth, how you pass wealth along. So, with that being said, that's why those other groups don't have interracial couples as much. Well, the highest are Asians, because I'm not going to say why on here, but so they want to assimilate. The next are Latins, again, because they want to assimilate. Then the third is black men. So the issue is marriage is a business where usually you marry up and you marry out, right? So, for example, if you have a mirage of wealth, say with our athletes, right? When they get divorced, when they pass away, where does the money go?
Should pass down, right?
I
Well,
literally just had this conversation yesterday.
no. Where does the money go? Where's the
You
money
say,
go?
what's the question again? Say it again.
So what I'm saying is, I think we look at like marriage and relationships with too much emotion, like black folks. It's always, love who you love and do blah blah. But other folks look at it as a business. That's the way that they transfer wealth,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So the question is this, right? Say if you're a billionaire, right? And Ira can't put his phone on silent. That's okay. Anyway, say if you're a billionaire, right? And you built your wealth within the community. Say you own BET, whatever, right?
You got
And then,
kids and stuff, or no? Does the person got kids or anything?
I mean, yeah, you have kids, or I've heard this. You can have kids and then divorce and marry again, whatever.
Right.
So the point is, when you pass away, that wealth is going outside, right? And so that's why other groups don't do as much as we do. And so I kind of see it both ways, but in a business standpoint, you just have to be very careful of who you marry and who you're with. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen wealth get squandered, and I've seen a individual. I seen a guy where his great grandfather owned one of the only bus companies, all black, in North Carolina, right? And so they became wealthy, and then he got divorced. Guess who was half of his grandfather's wealth?
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm saying is that we look at marriage, I believe in, I think partly inadequate because we don't look at the long game. We don't look at what it's actually for, right? Because it's in law for a reason. The IRS codes for a reason. It's business. So
I think even on the middle class scale too, because I was just saying to my friend the other day, like, if you get married or you're not married, right? So say I don't get married and my kids are grown and I just die at 60 something years old. Now I done paid all this money in the Social Security that now nobody's getting because I'm gone. If I had a husband, he would get the money that I put into my Social Security, right? And vice versa. I would get the money that he spent, especially if our kids are grown now. If something, God forbid, was to happen to me and my kids were young, then it would go to them. But if I don't, and I've worked 40 years, and I've literally shacked up for the last 10 years, and I died, like I'm not, or vice versa, I'm shacked up for 10 years, and he dies. Like now that's it. Like whatever money I paid in the Social Security, that's gone. Like he ain't getting it. I ain't getting his. Our kids are grown, so they not getting ours. Like, and then it goes back where? To the government, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because it doesn't go to your next of kin. It's not going to your mother. It's not going to your siblings.
But just to add what you're saying, right? There's a reason why, if you look at after the Civil War and Reconstruction, right? There was a period of black wealth that was kind of, and then it got too much and they had to shut it down. But even if you look at the Jim Crow era, right, there was still more black wealth because of the nucleus of the family, right, and businesses. And so I think, again, we look at marriage and relationships, I think, in a lustful way to where it should be both, like love, everything. But you should be looking at finding partners who you could build with, who both families understand your struggle, right? To where there's understanding, to where you could build generational wealth, right? Sometimes we're too selfish, and we just
can I get you right there, LeVar? Because before any of the talk, right here you go. My biggest problem with because you give me reminded, the good looking. My biggest thing with black people, right? First of all, we trying to be the man. Everybody trying to be the man with the black people. Everybody, I'm the prize. Everybody the prize. Everybody just like, no, you know what? Sometimes I'm the prize. Sometimes you the prize. How about we the prize together? But we got so many people like, I did this, me. I make this much money, or I got that many degrees, or I got this many businesses, and then like, and then like, you think you oh high men and women. You think you're high and mighty because you're an entrepreneur, and now you can't date a 9 to 5 person. It's like
Oh.
like you know what I'm saying. We got too much of that going on. Like first of all, 9 to 5. You can be a 9 to 5 person and still be an entrepreneur. Like it's not back in the day. It's not like I never thought I was making the I had the triple mark, right? I think I'm broker now than I was when I was making 40.
Yeah. Well, Ira, this is the thing, right? Where are these people getting these ideas? Social media.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's what's being perceived. When we were young, we had TV shows, sitcoms that showed like a normal family, right? Where the Carl Winslow, right? I mean, like his dad was a cop. Mom was I'm saying you had normalcy, but now all that's gone. Only thing that you have that's kind of geared towards like black folks right now, reality shows, and reality shows. You know, and so that's what I'm saying is, well, Tyler's point is that I think folks are just delusional in what they have an illusion of what they think that's out there and really what is out there.
LR, tell me if you agree with me or not. I don't care. I also think black people, all of us, have a bad concept about like how much money do people really make? Like the way people be talking, you think everybody make $100,000 and more.
We've already talked about that. Yeah, we've already talked about that.
Most people that have money don't listen. The number one rule, if you have money, is don't talk about money.
Right.
I mean, don't talk about money. Is that you never see people go out like listen, I've never seen people I know that have say the million or whatever, millions, man. I've never seen them in $300 jeans, $500 jeans. But what you will see is you'll see, let's say, you'll see a watch that maybe $40, $60, $100,000, but the only way that you'll know that watch is worth that is because you understand the value, right?
But
they're not flashy. They're not flashy.
But LR, especially in the dating game that I am, right? When I say people have the bad concept of money, right? Some girls want a dude to be able to save money, have a nice house, do all the other stuff that the maintenance, the hair, the nails, the blah blah blah, just because. And then like you know what I'm saying? Like that means they're talking like big money here. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they have
this thing, you got to stay away from those girls. Those type of women, you got to stay away from.
But we're talking about the social media. What I'm trying to say is I'm saying they have bad concept.
But in what regard, though, Ira? In what regard?
What you mean? Come on, what you mean?
So and the reason why I say this is because, like, expecting a man to be. Are we talking about like you already in a relationship, y'all cohabitating, or is this what I expect?
Do both. You start. You lead it. What scenario is it? We can do mass scenarios. Give me two.
So as far as like me going into the dating scene now, let's be clear though. I ain't really, I'm outside with it. So first of all, it depends on what your expectations is and what you're looking for from somebody, right? I'm not particularly looking for a husband. Not now. Maybe not for 10 years, but I'm particularly not looking for a husband. So for me, even on the dating scene, and I'm cool with even being like dating exclusive or whatever at some point, whatever, right? For me to even give that an opportunity, a time a day, I'm 30, I'm about to be 38. I got my own everything, right? I don't need anybody to pay my bills. I'm chilling, I'm eating. I don't need, but a house, a car, a job, that's bare minimum. You know what I mean? So for that to be an expectation, that should absolutely be an expectation of a woman right now for you, for yourself, not for you to take care of me. That's an expectation that a man who wants to, for one, pursue me, your ducks got to be in a row, or you sound like you got bigger fish to fry, right?
Yeah, that's
so that's number one.
as an adult.
I do have an expectation of a man that you should have a house, you should have a car, you should have a job. Like,
nothing wrong with that.
you should have some money. You ain't gotta be sitting out. You ain't got to be sitting. You could be sitting on $50,000. You could be sitting on $500. That's not here nor there to me because we don't cohabitate and we don't split bills.
All right, but
I just want somebody that can live the same life as me.
But how many people are you dating at the time? I think this is what I'm saying. Like, these girls out here are dating 3 niggas and want the 3 niggas to give them money. And you know what I'm saying?
Like,
I think we're pivoting.
But that's not even that's not realistic. And when you're dealing with somebody that's like that ain't even the type of that ain't even the caliber that you even on right now, that you should be on right now at this big old age, you know? When you 25, 26, 27, you running around here with little Jerome, and Jerome still live with his mama. He do got a job. He might got a car. But he got a couple dollars.
All to do is sling it.
And he laying that shit down, right? That's it. Like, she cool with that. But when you're this age, you got to be coming with a whole lot more than that for yourself before I'm ever worried about it. If you can't even do it for yourself by yourself, how I think you're going to do it for me?
Yep. So,
India, let me ask you this. Let me reel it back in. So I appreciate everybody's view on that. How we branched off on that.
Hey, Barry, real quick. Who is Kia and
that's Nikki?
It's Nikki. Okay, she said to tap her in.
She's been on here before, so that's Nikki. So India, let me ask you this.
Barry, send her the link.
All right, tell her to hold on for a second if you don't mind. I'm gonna ask India this question. I'm gonna go out and come back in and I'll send her the link. So India, let me ask you this, right? So now this is a guy that I asked this question and I wanted to kind of get his answer from it. It's a black guy. So he told me, and I kind of agree with him on certain points with it. He was like, black women don't care what kind of woman a black man has as long as she is black, right? And she can be the worst of the worst, but as long as she's black. Now, if he chooses any other race, she can't have any flaws. She got to cook. She got to be fine. She got to have body. She got to be damn near picture perfect. But as long as he has a black girl, it don't matter if she's toxic. It don't matter if she's crazy. It don't matter if she's whatever. But as long as she's black, that's more accepting than any other race. Why?
I don't agree to that, though.
Okay.
I can't even answer that question because I don't particularly agree to that.
That sounds like a brother who
love white women. Who love white women?
Yeah, he sounds like he is deflecting.
He's the one we talking about.
Yeah, he
like I said, I asked a whole bunch of people a lot of different stuff. I just wanted to get a lot of different views, and y'all can see I jotted a lot of stuff down in my notebook.
That's not perspective. That's not a perspective. No, that's not a black woman's perspective.
Now, do you think with that same context, do you think that black men are, when they date outside their race, they're viewed negatively?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think that they're viewed negatively unless they carry that attitude. Like, these white women are killing us. Like, they shitting on us.
Dude, or how about this, right?
Let me personalize it. Let me throw myself in the fire. Let me personalize it. I would say India and Ira, y'all at least, let's pick 2 girls that y'all know that I dated for a long period of time. Y'all know at least 2 of them, right? Mm-hmm. At least. Mm-hmm. Let's say I'm invited to a function and you say, you know what, Barry, you can bring somebody. Let's say I show up with a Swedish woman. She can be pretty. She can be aesthetically pleasing. She can be kind, considerate, all that nice stuff. Are the jokes going to fly? Are you going to look at me funny? Are you going to be like, okay? Or are you going to just be like, oh, it's just any other girl that we might have seen him with?
The joke's going to fly regardless.
Yeah. I'm about to say, you know the nature of the group. The jokes is going to fly.
Okay, I'm just saying. So there is a visual.
Anybody can get it. Mexicans, African Americans.
Okay. Stay with that. I love that. So if I just showed up with just a regular pretty black girl, it wouldn't even matter.
She was going to get jokes too. You was getting jokes for her too. And you know that, Barry.
All right, I'm just trying to see.
You know we coming with the jokes regardless. But and the thing is too, like Ira said, even before, we would be. I personally feel like the jokes would still happen, right? Especially with you people. I wouldn't make them to where it would make somebody uncomfortable. If you were dating a black girl, the jokes could go one way, right? If
Mm-hmm.
you was dating a white girl or a Spanish girl or a Swedish girl or whatever, I wouldn't make it like to where somebody's uncomfortable in the setting. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You would just have to alter. But culturally, like we know how black people our humor is, and our little inside jokes and the little jokes that they ain't gonna get. But so I would definitely keep it around, it would be appropriate because we too old to be making people feel uncomfortable for real, for real. Now, depending on her vibe, how she was, because you get some people. I was just at my friend's house actually a couple weeks ago, and her brother was there with his girlfriend. She was a white girl. In the whole house, everybody in the house was black. This was the first time we met her. Um, and like she was mad cool, mad cool. Like she chopping it with us. We ended up going to the bar, like on a humbug, just kind of chopping it with her. And then the next time, like I see him, we had little jokey jokes, but we liked her. Like, she didn't seem uncomfortable. She seemed like she fit right in. She was cool. I think that matters too, because if you're going to bring somebody, a significant other, into the mix of your people, the mix of your family, the mix of
Anybody
your
can get.
friends, or
Listen, so
whatever,
yeah, and
she
then
got to be able to get in
yeah,
here where she fit in here. Like, you
yeah,
can't come here and make it all awkward and think that the people, because they were gonna feel like, what she don't fuck with us? Like, what she
yeah,
think? You know what I mean? Like, it kind of gotta, it
yeah.
gotta make sense because you still
So
a black man, so you
yeah,
can't, and vice versa. Like, you gotta be able to fit in her world, and she need to be able to fit in yours too.
so
Okay.
I
You
think this
know?
adds to the point. There should be two separate conversations here because
Yeah.
you have people
But
that
I
are
feel like
compete.
you're a man that dates, like you said, you're dating whoever, whoever
Yeah,
you like, whoever's attractive, whoever's matches your aesthetic and your desire and your wants and shit like that. Like you don't have a pick. It ain't y'all. It ain't y'all, man. I'm cool with an equal opportunist.
yeah.
And
It's them ones. You know them
Well,
ones.
no,
You
with
know them
this,
ones.
Endo,
hey,
you
real
squaring
quick.
up right now?
I know, right?
Can't hear you, Ira.
You
Hey,
squaring up
hey,
right now? You squaring up right now?
You talking to me?
I'm talking to
no.
India.
I can't hear
Oh,
Ira.
You can't hear me?
Can you
You
hear
can
me?
hear Ira?
yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah, yeah. We all can hear him.
I can hear you.
Okay. So so I I guess
Hold
the
on.
point is this: we should be having two separate conversations on this, right? Because say if you do someone from outside your race, right? But she could be still a part of the culture that you're from.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's different. It's
There's
different.
Spanish white women in the hood too. Spanish white
Yeah,
women. All
yeah.
Right.
races.
So it's
So if
not
you bring
specifically
around,
this.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not just
yeah.
ladies and white. Yes.
So this is. I think this is not really. It's more about cultural too. You know, because if she grew up in like the north side of Philly, right, around like blacks, Hispanics, she's gonna be her. She's gonna be perceived a little bit differently when you hang out because she's comfortable to where if you just get a girl and she's from Sweden,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Fresh off the boat.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more cultural too. You know, so
A lot of
so
things cultural.
so the question should be right for the black guy for the black man do date outside the race, whatever, right? And they're dating people that aren't in tune with their culture. I think that layers on another difficulty because now it could be awkward, you know, being with her family, being with yours, and just because you're not gonna have the same type of like friend groups. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
go out. I'm gonna go out and send Nikki the link, and I'm gonna
Okay,
come back in.
I got you.
All
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So I think that's something that I think a lot of folks don't understand is it's more culture too.
That's a
A,
fact.
a
What's
lot.
that?
So I got a question for y'all. So here's what I think. If I'm off base, let me know. I don't think people. I do think it's a double standard with when men and women do date outside the race. But the reason why I do think that, watch this, if the WNBA had a draft, right, and they had all those black women injuries out there, being with white men, right? I don't think nobody would care as much. But when we see black men with white women, it's more symbolic or something. It carries more weight. It does. It carries more weight.
Well, this I
It's more
have to push
visually
back.
impactful.
No. I have to push back because if you look at the numbers, only 4% of black women marry white men.
Okay.
Right? And then for us, it's like 12%. So I mean, so it's not really a lot. But the issue is white men tend to stick with white women because of societal type things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that could be a lesser status for themselves unless they get a certain type of black woman. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So now, if you look at some black men who date white women, what type of white women do they date? Like, they? Wait, hold on. Are they bringing home the white multi-millionaire? How about this? The CEO of Facebook, right? Well, before she resigned, right?
Chinese,
right? No, she was white. No, so no. So what I'm saying is this, right? Do you ever see white powerful women marry black men? No.
Not as a whole.
No, you don't see that. So what I'm saying is, but you will see white, sometimes powerful men marry a certain type of black woman. So what I'm saying is, if you look at the stats, there's just lesser in those groupings. So that's why you just don't see it as much. You know what I'm saying?
LR, I'm glad you said that. LR. Prince Harry, right? Meghan Markle.
She's
white,
passing.
black.
No.
All right, but
she's passing. Real quick. She passing.
She black.
So, no. She's black.
Her mom black.
No, her mom black. But what I'm saying is, culturally,
do y'all
listen to these black names?
Do you think Barack Obama would have been president if he was married to a white woman? Yes or no? No. That's my point. It's more symbolic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm.
They don't want to promote that. Real quick. The reason why. Hold on. The reason why you wouldn't see it, they don't want to promote that. That's what I'm saying. Because now, if you got the most powerful black man in the world, and he has a white woman on the side, they're promoting. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want that.
Go ahead,
Here's the thing.
Welcome, Nikki.
Clarence. Hey, how you doing? So Clarence Thomas, he is a white woman. I think if Barack Obama had a white wife, we as the black community would judge him and feel that white woman was just his handler, and he would not represent us.
Yeah.
Why?
That I feel like our black community would interpret it. The reason why he made it is because he had a black wife with black children from Chicago.
White people respect that. They respect white people with families.
Well, do you want to know why?
Because other people's, because he was mixed. Yeah. He was mixed. You know what I mean? And I feel like mulatto blacks are more digestible in the greater society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, to your point about, because you guys made some really great points tonight, and
thank you.
Just taking it in, and even with your list of white women, your long list of mixed women, it was aggressive.
Threw it in there.
Starbucks, like SpongeBob, 2 hours later, and hitting those points of aesthetically pleasing. Like me personally, I would not date a white man. One, I don't even have. I don't know. I just got flashbacks. Like if we're intimate together, I'm going to think he's going to call me his slave and he my master, and that's just going to turn me off. And I just see that in my head, so I can't make that happen. You know, I got PTSD in my genes. I can't. My ancestors won't allow it, right? And
so you're worried about how it looks.
Else, no. I know interracial couples. They're white wives. They have kids. I know their husbands. And they're cool people. Don't get me wrong. And they didn't grow up in the hood or whatever the case may be, or grew up, jumping rope. Like I was putting in the chat, environment and exposure. I think a lot of interracial happens because of environment and exposure. Like when I moved to Delaware, no offense to you Delaware dudes, but I ain't surprised if y'all got a white woman. For real.
So just to add in, right? Who mentioned Meghan Markle?
Barry.
Barry.
Okay, Barry.
And she's black.
Hold on. if Prince Harry was Crown Prince Harry, do you think he would marry her?
I don't
Hell
know.
no.
I don't know.
No, they wouldn't allow it. They wouldn't
I don't
allow it.
know. I don't know.
He's
I
the
can't. I
Barry,
don't know what that
backup
man
prince.
thinks. I don't know.
He's the
Barry,
backup
it's,
prince.
I'm
it's different over there,
no,
Barry.
Barry,
It's
I'm
different over
Barry.
there.
Barry, I'm telling you, they wouldn't allowed it.
No.
They
Okay.
allowed him to. They allowed him to marry her. He got permission from his grandma
Because he was a prince. He
yeah,
wasn't.
because he's a
He's the
prince. So he had to
backup.
get. Yeah.
He's not
So
even like the second in
hold
line.
on.
He's like
No.
Yeah, he
He's
ain't
the
in
eighth.
line to be the
Yeah.
king.
Yeah.
Unless
So what I'm saying is, but do you see how much hell he's going through right now?
they scripted him,
So
didn't he?
so no. They can't strip him because his father is the king. What I'm saying is, you see how the hell he's going through
Yeah.
right now?
Love is love, right? Love don't have no color, right?
They
Shit,
took
they
away
do.
his security. They took away how he earns. You think they would have did that if it was Julia from the list that you named? No,
Probably
they
not.
wouldn't
Yeah,
do
they
it.
wouldn't even think about it.
So what I'm saying is, power has to look a certain way,
I
and
get it.
if you disturb that power, then the
Yeah.
system will reverberate to bring it back into place how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So again,
I got a question for the girls.
wait, real quick. So again, that's why you'll never see a very powerful white woman with a black man on her arm.
Okay.
But you will see, perhaps, or you will, a powerful black man with a white woman on her arm, and that's acceptable.
I'm glad
Now,
y'all said that.
now,
I'm glad
real
you said
quick,
that.
and I'm done. That's why Kamala Harris got trashed, because if you look at her, she's married to a white dude, and her children are but they're white woman.
Mm-hmm.
So again, power has to look a certain way. So to answer all your stuff, that's the reason why it looks differently when a black woman dates a white man versus a black man dating a white woman. There you go.
I want to ask all y'all this is real quick with this, right? So you're talking about black men that have dated probably women that aren't necessarily black, right? Real quick. Kobe Bryant married Vanessa. She's Mexican, Irish. John Legend, Chrissy Teigen, Jordan Peele, Chelsea Peretti, RG3 with Greti Sadaki, Kanye West,
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian, Wiz Khalifa, and Kanye got a kid with Amber Rose. Idris Elba, Sabrina Dahari, Tay Diggs, Indina Menzel.
For the record,
Terry
Amber
Crews.
Rose is half black as well.
Yeah, she
Right.
is.
So, but those are people that we know, like black actors that we know, and they deal with Omar Hardrick, the boy from Power, and his white wife or whomever. So those are notable people with that. So are they looked at differently because of their choice?
No, hear me out. No, they're not. Listen, they are rich black men. So it is acceptable in the society for them to have a white woman if they choose to. That is acceptable because the power dynamics say it is okay. Right.
So before you mention those names, right? I was going to get into that. This is why I think black women have the problem. Barry, you mentioned Omar Hardrick, right? I mean, Omari Hardrick, this guy from Power. And then I forgot the dude real name. What's the dude name who played in that series Insecure? I forgot his name in that thing. Lawrence, right? I think where black women, where I've heard, black women have a problem with all the black dudes doing all these black. They get famous doing black shit, but the whole time they married to.
I mean,
I'm trying to speak up for
dude. Well, so black actors, what are they? They're gonna get typecasted anyway. They always do.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's the problem. I'm trying to tell you.
But they always get typecast. Unless you're like Will Smith or like Denzel, like, dude, you're gonna get typecasted.
You gotta get a check. I think, like, here's the thing. I don't have an issue. Like I said, I don't have an issue with interracial dating. But it's like when I look at the white women they with, I'm like,
you ain't seen not a damn black woman in the world that look better than that.
I mean, she might be holding you down. I'm sure of it because she got a lovely personality. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I was like, and that's the part that kind of throws me. Like, but it's like you see the woman that they've selected outside of your race, and I'm like, damn, she can't even be special.
Well, hold on, no. But if that man is seeking her out because she's more cooperative, it's a better interaction, He's probably attracted to her, and
Yes.
it gels together.
Well,
Why is that frowned upon if that's what he's dealing
No,
with
I'm
But
saying
versus
how do you
dealing
know
with
that in
somebody?
the beginning?
yeah.
How
No,
do you
no.
know that in the beginning when you find yourself attracted to getting to know
I
somebody?
got one for you to
But here's
add to
the
her
thing. Like
point.
I said, it's environment and exposure. Like I know
Mhm.
people who grew up predominantly in black people who grew up predominantly in white communities. They gravitate to white women.
I can't stand
And
it.
black women gravitate to white men because that's their environment and that's what they see as attractive because they've seen that through middle school, elementary school, high school. That's, those are your development years. So that kind of sets a tone and an exposure. If you grew up inner city, not even inner city, you just grew up in a black community all your life, then you're going to find in most cases black women are more attractive and women and black women vice versa. You know what I mean? Now, for Amari Harburg, I don't know what his upbringing was, what he was doing, what he needed to be. And like we see him as a character, and that
Yeah,
character
yeah,
that we
ghost.
see him as
Yeah.
is like, wow, you over here with Mary Poppins? What the fuck? All
Right.
right.
So with that context, what you just said, why is it just visually the first thing we like? So why could you not do better with somebody because it's not you? Is it because it's like, okay, well, it's not you or it's not somebody that looks like you? Like
No,
if that's what
I
that
think
person likes, like
I think
why can't y'all just be happy? Like everybody talks about, if you find love, you find somebody that makes you happy and respects you and all that kind of stuff. We talk about that. But until he finds somebody, but it's not the shade that is you, all that shit is out the window.
I'm gonna hit you
The
with
same.
this.
I'm
I
sorry.
think every person, every black person, I firmly believe it. You can call me a liar. We carry a little bit of self-hate because there's been hate poured on us all of our lives. We grew up in survival mode. So you're projecting, there's projection happening to a certain extent. And it's like, if you don't think I'm beautiful, am I not beautiful? You know what I mean? If this black man felt like he had to go to a white woman, then what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? And if this black woman had to go to a white man, what's wrong with me? There's
Yeah,
like
that's an internal thing. You're right. That's an internal insecurity that they have.
Yeah, I think all black community, we all carry that because of our upbringing, because of our history, because of, if we're coming up from enslaved, where they basically broke us down completely to know that we were not even human. And that was just like what, 3 generations ago?
No,
Get
no.
that.
I think I'm being a little disingenuous with this with this argument. What you're trying to say is a lot of us are more vain than we think we are, than we project we are. So what Indy is talking about is this. Sometimes y'all judge harder on black women, and right, but then you go miss with this white woman who looks like a wet paper bag. Like that's what they're talking about.
And looks are not always
I know
right.
that looks and
Are
everything.
not always the primary thing, right?
That's
But
how you compare.
even to say, she's more. What was the word you used, Barry? She's more
Cooperative.
cooperative.
Yeah, he did say
Aesthetically
that.
pleasing.
Fuck, like
Yeah.
it be shit like that. That's like,
Offensive.
excuse me,
Back.
like
No. So let's
I
say,
can be cooperative, but what is cooperative in your perspective versus what's cooperative in my perspective?
so if that
Like,
man was dealing with black women and those black women that he might have dealt with weren't cooperative to him,
all
but he
right,
did
that's
the
what I'm
same
saying.
exact
But
thing.
define.
He did the same exact thing to somebody of a different weight, of different race, and she's cooperative to doing the same thing he did with black women, but now he's doing with a different race. It's
So
working on
define
that different race.
cooperative though.
Why
So
are those black women getting mad at him? It's like, look,
so
he
hold
gave you a
on,
chance.
because
You didn't want
define
it. You
cooperative,
resisted.
because what cooperative gives, I'm a be this way, or I'm gonna act like this, or I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, right? And your expectation of me to cooperate with you is to be okay with that, accepting of that. If I'm not okay with that, not saying nothing or just kind of keeping it to myself or whatever the case may be, right?
No,
Because
India.
that's kind of how it comes off. But it's
No.
almost
So
like if a woman says something about something that's not comforting to her or something that oversteps her boundaries or whatever the case may be, like how does that make me uncooperative? Because that's just not an element that makes me feel
Yeah.
comfortable.
So
Right.
what happens
The
if the woman has more?
cooperativeness doesn't mean demeaning. Like y'all looking at cooperative, like, oh, he's telling me to do something. You make it feel like it's demeaning, like it's
So give us an
No,
demoralizing.
example.
no. Cooperative
So
means
give us an
Or
example.
give another word.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, maybe like I don't know why that word. That was a triggering word. I guess cooperative was a triggering word.
No. Give an example.
You give an example of something.
So let's say,
Are you sure
give an
you know the
example.
meaning of it?
Because
so let's say,
cooperative does mean
like you're saying
something.
the word, but you're saying that's not it. But you're saying the word.
all right. So let's say cooperation, where it's like he makes a suggestion. Hey, let's go to this place for lunch. Okay, that's a good idea. Let's go. You cooperated with him on his decision. Versus you're saying, India, let's go here for lunch. Hey, I don't want to go there. Okay, fine. Where you want to go? Well, I don't know. You decide, whatever. Okay. And then he decides it. And then you're changing your mind. So now you're going back and forth. So
We
now
need
there's
a better.
bickering.
Hey Barry, we
I
need
need a better example than that.
There
You know
might gotta be a
what?
better
I
one.
can give you
Okay,
an
there might have to be a
example.
better
Did you
one.
guys see the Tyler Perry movie?
Let him explain.
Did you guys see the Tyler Perry movie? I can't stand that fucking movie. It begins with an A and was the one with Taraji Henson. I granted she's in all of them.
I
My
know what you're
husband
talking
left her
about.
for the wife.
Acrimony.
I know that. Yeah.
Hated that movie, right?
Why?
Because it highlighted a lot of. Granted, it focused
The
on mental
stereotype of
illness.
black woman.
It focused on mental illness.
It made it look bad. It
Well,
was real
it
bad.
focused on undiagnosed mental illness. That's one.
Yeah.
And then two, the fact that, it kind of showed like, oh, once he gets himself together, he done went to this white woman and she portrayed as being unsupportive and not cooperative.
Yeah.
Right. And not seeing in his dream. You know what I mean? But it's a combination of, like I said, it's a mix of like, you could say, oh, she was batshit crazy. But on the same token, she provided him a life where he could just sit in the office and try to figure out what his invention was. You know what I mean? And then the one time her support didn't come across the way he wanted it to come across, he moved on to someone else who showed him a different support, but just in a different way. You know what I
Incorrect.
mean?
She
But
wanted
she
him gone.
still supported him. You know what I mean? So it's like, she was with him while
Everybody
he was
can't deal
shooting
with
in the
dreamers
gym.
though.
Huh?
Yeah. Everyone can't
Everybody
deal
can't deal
with
with dreamers.
dreamers.
Like,
Yeah.
like
It's very
Yeah.
hard. It's very
And
hard.
she did. She held with him as a
She didn't
dreamer.
have to.
She didn't have to.
She had a
You know
choice
what
to
I
leave.
mean?
But
She
she
had
was
many
being
choices.
cooperative.
She was being cooperative.
The
Okay.
point. Do you know
See,
how long some of us women are cooperative and we still do not get reach the
Fruit.
goal that we've been trying to reach with a man? I no shade on my baby daddy because we cool right now. We good.
right now.
We are in a good space. We are in an excellent space. Okay, I will say that. I'm grateful for where we are. It was very intentional getting here. So I will say that
y'all do look like y'all
that's
in a better space.
we are. But I do feel like, and I'm gonna give you something that somebody said to me when we separated too. So for 10 years we was together. For I'm gonna say maybe 2, I was the massive breadwinner. Now he worked hard. He went to work every day. He came home. He paid bills. He did what he's supposed to do. So he was not costing me no money, right? He wasn't in my pockets. It was none of that. But drastically made less money than me. So as time goes on, I he ended up getting another job. Now at this point, he made the same let's say about the same amount of money as me. But he has more kids.
Right.
So I saw more money. I still saw more money than him because, of course, he had kids to take care of. So just over time, we we bought a house together. We did this, we did that. We was cool. Everything was cool. And then, men be men sometimes, and you gotta just figure out where your boundaries are and where they're not, and that's okay. But when I separated from him, and what was some of my deal breakers? You're not gonna keep, like, if we got kids and we got a family, I'm not cooperating with you feeling like you need to be out with your friends 3 or 4 nights out of the week. That I ain't doing. Sally might be cool with that. I'm not cool with that. We got kids to take care of. You know what I mean? Sally might not be cool with it, but Sally's probably also not gonna say anything. I'm gonna say something, like, because I'm not comfortable with it. It's not fair, and I'm not gonna allow. Go ahead.
You didn't respect that.
Hey, hold up. And Sally, right? So my uncle used to tell me something a long time ago. He said, boy, either you could get hit in the head with a frying pan or you could get hit in the head in court. He said, take the frying pan.
Yep.
And so
I love my sisters.
Yeah. So with that being said, yeah, they may be cooperative. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying until
general, it's time for that rubber to meet the road, and they're going to attack. They're going to tear your asses up every time.
In general, yeah, the cooperation happens because there's a plan in play. Like, okay, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna let you cheat. I'm gonna let you do this crazy stuff. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna have these babies. I'm gonna get this house. We're gonna be cool.
Yeah.
But then guess what? They're gonna go in 5 years, 10 years, or maybe, hey, what state you guys live in?
I live in Delaware.
Okay, Delaware. In 12 and a half years in Delaware, then they're gonna go and they're gonna file on you.
Yeah. It ain't 12 and a half, it's 10.
So why is cooperation looked at as a negative connotation when you're explaining it?
It's not a negative connotation. It's not a negative connotation. It becomes a negative connotation when you make it seem like these people are willing to cooperate more than we are.
When you compare.
Yeah, that's where you had to shop that, because it's like I cooperated for years.
Right.
I cooperated, I collaborated.
Did you cooperate with somebody that you know wasn't going to be at a certain specific standard anyway, but you just did it?
Well, that's not true. No, because I don't even judge people like that, because you got to think, when I got with my kids' dad, I was only 25. We were young. So we both had area to build. You know what I mean? We both were building ourselves. When I got with him, yes, I had a bachelor's degree. I'm a year away from a PhD right now. So it's like, did I feel like we were growing at different paces? Sure. But it also depends on what you measure.
Or how about this? She would cooperate if it's for a mutual benefit.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So like, okay. So if you need to, if you say, hey, hun, I got this, I want to buy a house, and so I'm gonna work on the side. I can't really help out with the kids. I gotta do all these hours. If you explain that,
and we did, and we went through that period too. We went through that.
All right, cool. But that's what I'm saying, is the cooperation only works if the benefit's mutual.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
LR. Is it LR? I'm so sorry. Is it
LR?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it kind of brings back to what you mentioned earlier. Marriage and whatever your cohabitation situation, I feel in other communities, predominantly in the white community, it is a contract and it's a long game.
It's a business.
And so when you have that interracial thing going on, that white wife, yeah, she's gonna let you cook because she's got a long game going. Because we get into marriage, like you said earlier, marriage isn't about the lust, the love. Yeah, love is part of it, true, but it is a contract. It's
part of
arrangement.
it. That should be
set up
one
as
of the
expectations.
three.
You know what I mean?
In my eyes.
It's a contract. It's always been. If you go back, people got, you had to give 2 cows or 5 daughters or whatever the case. You had a dowry. It's a contract.
Dude, hey, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why marriage even existed is for mutual safety, right? Because now if you have 2 warring groups, right? How do I ensure that we stay cool? You know how we ensure it? You take a son, I take a daughter. Now we're one, right? So now if you come and you invade my village, your daughter's here or your son's here. It was always a business.
It's always a business
agreement.
I must be, to me, now this is me speaking and my thought on this. Yeah. I must be a fucking idiot, because to me, in my eyes, what I believe marriage to be is I can continue my life here on earth by myself, but I choose not to. I would rather spend the remainder of my days on earth with you.
But you can have a companion and not be married.
That's in my eyes of what perception of what marriage would be. And it would make sense for us to be together because it will just pan out in all the different areas, financially and recreationally, intellectually, and all that kind of stuff. What I'm hearing, love is nowhere in that equation. Everything's a business, is a contractual. I get it. I get that aspect. But it sounds almost like a fucking chore where it's like, there's no love factor in this. Like, all right, well, I meet you. Okay, so business wise, this adds up. This adds up. This calculates. All right, well, do you even love me in that aspect to where if none of that existed, your feelings for me internally will still boil?
Right.
That apparently
Like,
doesn't
I
need to be
believe
the case.
love gets you in the door.
Absolutely.
Love
I
opens the
was going to
door.
say the same thing.
Yeah,
Love
love will.
opens the door.
Yeah,
Love
but it ain't
Because
gonna
you're not going to sign up for that contract.
Very.
This
You believe
the same
like,
person that if something happened to you and you're on life support, is this the person that got to say whether they pulling that plug or not? Not your mama, not your kids, not your nothing.
Like,
So you absolutely need to
yeah,
love and trust
yeah.
who you marry.
Yes,
But
love and
now,
trust.
ladies, right? Love will get you inside the door, right? Okay. Now, love is gonna change if you love a man. Say if he's a nice guy, you love him, but he's irresponsible, not good, not good with his word, not good with his banking, not
Some
good with
women
this,
love men like
not good
that.
with
Yeah,
that.
some women love men like that.
What I'm saying is that you may love that man, but you're gonna love him from outside the house. You know what I'm saying? Like
It ain't but so much.
it's not gonna work. It's
Yeah.
almost so much you gonna take.
No,
That's it.
like you gotta figure. I'm what? So I'll be 52 this year, right? And I've never been married, and which I'm fine with. And really, at this juncture, the most I'll be looking for is mutual insurance contracts, insurance policies. You know what I mean? For someone who we're at the same level or they're above me at a higher level. You know what I mean? Because when we get to like love is I can't fall in love with someone who's irresponsible. Like granted, no one's perfect. You know, everybody's got their vices, they got their flaws or whatever the case may be. And yes, I have fell in love, and this person may have been, if on a scale, maybe they was a C+, but I thought they could be better. You know what I mean? And
You
that
fell in
was
love with the
something I
idea.
had to learn, that I can't raise somebody who already raised.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Hello.
what I mean? I can't be Captain Save a Hoe. I can't do it. You know
And
what I
when we're
mean?
young, we
And there's
have
a lot of
time.
guys out here who don't check all those boxes, and they
and
figure if they put a good
sometimes
pipe down, then she'll keep me around for a little bit of time. You might get a couple weeks with me, but I can't play that game.
and sometimes women, especially black women, right? They like the sense of protection. They always had to be, not always, but a lot of black women are holding it down, what they say, right? So they do want to be. It does come off as selfish sometimes. They do want a guy that takes the load off them, whatever that load is. It's not just
100.
money. It's not just
Absolutely.
this. It's security.
Absolutely.
But these niggas don't be coming, but you not coming in taking a load off because you coming in and because you want to move in my house and go half on my bills. Like,
a lot of women have
Then don't entertain them.
I don't. You ain't got to let that worry you, baby.
I'm not saying that you are, but I'm saying some do. Don't
A
entertain
lot
them.
of them do.
Don't
And
give them no
depending on,
pussy.
but
Don't cook them a
depending
fucking
on where
steak
you are
dinner.
at in your own life,
I'm feeling attacked. Barry. Like
You shouldn't.
depending on where you're at in your own life, though, your changes and your expectations for dating is going to change.
Exactly.
Hold that thought, India. Hold that thought. Listen what Nikki just said, right? So you personalize that, right?
Oh yeah, like I've grown a lot.
Most black women probably would personalize some of that because they've experienced that.
Sure.
So here's the thing. If you're conscious of certain things and you're still doing it and you're not being forced to do it, you can't blame nobody but yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely
right.
not.
So there has to be accountability
You're
for
absolutely
some
right.
shit that's being allowed. You can't blame that man for being a piece of shit. That's what he was. You knew that. You still entertained it. You still dealt with it.
But guess
blame
what, Barry?
yourself.
But guess what? They're entertaining it because of love. That's the problem. That's what we're saying.
Is it love or is it insecurity?
It's love.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. The problem is love is powerful, but you need more logic. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
logic zero.
So I've seen a lot of women and men too. They'll say they'll feel that they love some because you feel love. Nobody knows that. They say, "Oh, I feel it," right? But then they'll stay in messed up relationships because there's no logic, right?
Because their nervous system is all jacked up.
No. I mean, it's
Those
not
feelings that they feel that's lusty, that's their nervous system rattled because that's what you're accustomed to. That's what you're used to.
It's not logic,
like
man.
I'll
It's
speak
not.
personally. I'll
Yeah.
speak personally in my growth. Like I was dating men, I really wasn't in love with them at all. I like the attention.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? I like the attention. I like the protection. I liked, sometimes I just liked how we looked together. You know what I mean? But it wasn't necessarily in love. And then when I was in love, I was like, all right, I will 10 toes down on this one. I'll see where this goes. It didn't end the way I wanted it to end, but what I learned coming out of that relationship was I don't need the attention of 3 and 5 men. I don't need attention like that. I love myself more now coming out of that relationship. You know what I mean? Because but then again, although my heart was broken for sure, I was like, but I'm still excited for love. And I love seeing relationships and people together and Black excellence and just party. Like I'm like in a couple weeks, I'm going to go visit my friends. They've been married for 30 years. You know what I mean? And they've been through some shit. You know what I mean? And I have another couple friends who are married. Every 5 years, they look at each other and they say, do we want to do another 5?
I'm good with that.
And so, although my heart was broken, I learned a lot about me and what I really want and what I truly deserve.
Let me ask the ladies this question. Describe your perfect situation now. Don't give me no hypotheticals. Give me, like, if you say, all right, do you want the guy to pay the majority of the bills? What's going on? Give me some. Like if you deal with a guy.
Oh,
right,
here's the thing.
50,
like
50, 20, whatever, whatever.
I would like for it to be 100.
Okay, no, that's no problem.
I mean, but the thing about it is, I would like for it to be 100, and
right,
then
because why? Go ahead.
Because then we can do other things. Well, first of all, but here's the thing. I'm not going to say 50-50. I'm going to say I want to be someone who's committed just as much as I'm committed.
Okay.
So whatever I bring, whatever he brings, that's ours. And we make decisions on our pool of wealth.
Great.
Because part of it is like yours, that's mine. I'm past the that's yours, that's mine. If we doing this, we are doing this. I think in my last relationship, we said we were doing things, but we didn't have a joint bank account. We weren't making joint decisions. You know what I mean? He would get mad if I was thinking about buying a bag, but then he would go buy a rifle that was like $800-900. You know what I mean? So we were not like on the same page financially. And I figured I want the next man that I'm in a relationship with where we have the financial conversation. It's not this what I got, this what you got, this what we got.
And that is the key point, right? Is that in order to show that you're committed, what do you have to do?
Provide.
You have to cooperate, right? For the mutual benefit of the house. So with me, ain't no woman ever gonna pay 100%. I'm not gonna have no woman pay nothing for me. No more.
Service based.
Ain't gonna do it. So what I'm saying is, if I'm paying all that, right? Then you talk about, okay, I'm paying all this. This is how much. If I'm paying all this, we're doing this. This is like a joint thing. Okay, this is how much money I bring in. This is how much you bring in. All right. So what's the plan, right? How are we gonna build this, right?
Yes.
So then you understand. Okay, I may be paying 100% of the bills, but guess what? We invest in what she has. I mean, we doing this, we doing that. So now we could go buy a house, or so like if you cooperate together like that, that's better. And then also for the men out here, right? That puts, if you're trying to find a woman, a good one, that puts her mind at ease, because in the back of her mind, or your mind, you're saying, hey, he's committed, right? So then you kind of put the guards down, and then you can communicate a lot more.
Some men scared of that.
Listen, Ira, guess what? Those men who scared of that ain't gonna find a good woman.
I'm saying there's some people. I'm not agreeing. I'm not.
I got you. But and they're gonna be single.
There's a lot of guys out there. They don't believe that financial stuff because they're not there. So every
hear me out though.
Every point they make, it's like, no, I ain't doing that for no girl. What the fuck you think I look like?
Ira, let me make this point. I had one of my team members years ago, somebody on my team, he was getting married. And I was like, wow, you about to be rich. And he was like, how am I about to be rich? I was like, you pull about $120. She pull about 70. So y'all pulling just under 200 grand.
Keep the bills the same.
And
keep the bills the same and you save.
He said, how? He said, I never thought about it like this. I'm like, y'all getting married. So now y'all make over 200 grand.
And you keep the same bills. And you build off that, and you pay down your debt.
Y'all, you leaving out of your apartments. You going to one house. You ain't got to buy you buying less this, less that, because now it's one house. Y'all collectively, you instantly save money when you get married, like instantly, right? Off the rip, you instantly save money. But you got to have that financial conversation ahead, because that extra money, because you used to living by yourself, you're gonna you may start making decisions with that extra money because you're used to being independent.
Yep.
Nikki, let me ask you a question.
Hey, real quick, and then add to what Nikki was saying, right? The problem you have is if you get in a relationship and you do this 50-50, I got my own bank, then you got your own bank, you're not communicating, right? And then all of a sudden, your spending habits are the same or more, hers are the same or more. Something happens, you need cash, you ain't got it. What are you guys gonna do? You can do this. How come you ain't got it? How come you ain't got it? That's what I'm saying is the first commitment to any relationship should be financial.
Can I explain for the people, right? To me, I think 50-50 ain't 50 money. Like 50-50 could mean me paying the rent. 50-50 could be me paying for everything. Like 50-50 is not just, some people think 50-50 is just, our bills together is 3,500, so you get 17. Like, no, like, I just think people have a bad mentality about, like, they think it's just splitting the bills. That's why people say,
people are afraid to talk about
money. It's like a roommate. That's what people say.
Yeah,
people say it's a roommate. When you thinking like literally 50-50, then yes, it's a roommate. But 50-50 is not. All right, the rent is $1,000. I pay $500. You pay $500. No, the rent it may be like this. You know what? I'll pay the whole rent since I make more than you, and it doesn't do nothing to me like that. And you take care of the
gas
car insurance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what 50-50 is.
Nah.
Nikki, let me ask you a question, Nikki.
Yeah, what's up?
I want you to answer this because I don't think you came in at the tail end to answer this as far as with that. Let's just go with LR's theme as far as being married, right? And I'll personalize it with me so that way you can connect easier to it, right? So you know me well over 20 plus years. Right?
For the first one, thank you for calling in.
So let's say I meet somebody, let's say she's loving, I admire her. She's respectful. She's attractive. She's sexy. She's pretty. I'm happy. I'm a different energy. I'm not as y'all say, negative thought or opinionated. Let's say I meet somebody like that, right? You'll be happy for me, right?
Absolutely.
You would want that for me. You would want me to push that the envelope and go the distance, right?
Yep.
Let's say she's not black.
Okay.
Are you still gonna feel that same way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't know her yet.
Right.
I know you. And anybody in my circle, of course, I want them to be happy. I see the change. I see like, okay, I see what we're doing here. All right, I like it. You know what I mean? And then when I meet them at some point, if they're white, purple, pink, or whatever, and I wouldn't feel any type of way about that.
Now, let's flip that. Let's flip that. And I'll be done. Let's flip that. So I've known your dating experiences. I've known you, right? Let's say all that for me is for you, but it's a different race except for black. Why would you not want that for yourself if the others didn't succeed?
One, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just can't look at white men like that.
It's not necessarily white. When I say different ways,
Asian,
when I say different races, let's not think just white.
They just not as fine. My God.
No. It's some very gorgeous white men out here. Don't get me.
They are. But you ever.
But I just really.
They don't even smell like us though.
Like it's just,
don't put lotion
real
on.
slave master thing that I really just can't get past. And
Nikki, other races doesn't mean just white.
But Latin, hola, maybe,
That's Spanish.
or Asian, definitely not off the table.
They're unequipped. They're unequipped, baby.
I done had enough. It ain't gotta be equipped. I just need them smart and like
They're unequipped.
Man.
equipment is not a top
I need you
priority
equipped.
anymore.
I
So
can't get with it.
y'all worry about the look, the visual, the judgment from others, the aesthetic of their color
No,
only.
I'm not.
They can,
No, this ain't about nobody's opinion on it. I like what I like.
okay.
Like, here's the thing.
just
I
asking.
just would not approach, like, to your point, the point that you were making, Barry, was like, if I see that you've gone outside of the race and you found happiness, that doesn't mean you found happiness because you went out of the race.
Okay. Hey. Hold on. Real quick. Listen. The issue is right here, Barry, right? Black men can approach white women differently than a white woman can approach a white dude. I mean, than a black woman can approach a white dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you're going to be in spaces where you may have more of an option to date a white woman or whatever, right? So what I'm saying is that maybe with some of the black women, they're not saying that they wouldn't do it, but she's just saying that they feel more comfortable with what they know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
My interaction with white men is corporate.
Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. See? It's a corporate professional, right? Exactly. So it's not like you ain't gonna say, hey man, like you look fine, like I want to talk to you. Like you're never gonna. It's very hard for black women to approach white men in that type of manner unless they're in that environment all the time with a lot of white men, right? Whereas a black man, you can see a white chick at the gym wearing some spandex. You be, hey,
Barry, when you go to the gym, who you see more working out?
I see from the gym I go to, I see more white.
Y'all in Delaware though.
No. I'm getting somewhere with him because he mentioned when y'all was talking about that was mentioned in I think you said it because you keep on talking about the visual. I think Barry, you're a very visual person. You judge women about their weight.
I like what I like visually, yeah. So but I've dated, and I've seen some women that are aesthetically gym body. I've seen black, I've seen white, I've seen other races. That's what I see on a consistent basis from the 3 different gyms that I go to. That's what I see. Granted, it is mostly probably, I guess, white, unmelanated, but there's a few black in there. There's a few other, but mostly it is probably white.
You know what it is? Y'all in Delaware and I'm down here in Atlanta. So
yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it's different.
Well, no, hold on. Listen, I'm in Maryland. It's a whole different world. Maryland is the most dense black.
Yeah, but
I mean, I lived in Maryland.
But again, right? Hey, real quick.
So did I.
The type of white guys that will come up to white girls are white guys that have been around black people. You know what I'm saying? But
they get
that's not. Yeah, but that's not going to be the average white guy you may see. You know what I'm saying? So as a black woman, as Nikki says, you're only going to have professional interactions with these dudes where it's where you need something, like you talk to them, you at work. It's never like, hey, Nikki, like you look good. Let's go hang out at Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to get it. It doesn't happen that way. Because they're not going to approach it because they're white men. They're not comfortable. And those that will step to a black woman, they're comfortable. They hung out with, if you look at their friends, they were black people all the time.
Got a black barber.
Yeah, black barber.
Yeah.
Like they call him, like his nickname is White Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, but it's always gonna be they're in the culture.
Yeah.
But
I often think when someone dates out their race, are they acting the same way they act when they're with the same race?
I agree.
Depends on the culture. Because if you date a white person that's culturally around black folks.
So what I'm saying is, it don't matter how you want to flip it. If I see a girl, right, and she date give me a nigga name, like Tyrone's, Jamal, right? But then she don't date the white version of a Jamal.
No, she don't. No, she don't.
Jamal Johnson.
She dates the dude who look like the Facebook owner. What's his name? The Facebook guy. Like he did.
Mark.
Yeah, Mark. Like, right?
Zuckerberg.
I'm like, ain't no way you act like this in front of Theodore. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way you acting that way in front of him. And vice versa. Dudes do the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the problem I have with both parties. Act this. Don't say something. Don't go somewhere and say something better when you acting better. You're not acting the nigga type around the white people.
Be consistent all around the board.
But that's really not fair, because even as like a black male, I'm in a professional corporate. We code switch all the time.
We ain't talking about professional code switching now. We ain't talking about professional code switching. That's different.
Code switching.
Professional code switching is different. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you need to show up who you are.
No,
because you can only put the facade on for so long.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, if say like you live in Georgia, right? So say if you met like a white dude, he's really nice. Let's say he lives in Macon, a lot different than where you are, right? Yeah. So when you go to his house for the first time with his family, his grandparents, aunts, uncles, what are you really gonna like? How are you gonna act?
Like I can only be myself.
That's what I'm saying. So you're still going to have to look at the environment that you're in. It's unfortunate, but that's how it is.
Like
that's not changing who you are.
One of my close friends, she's white, right? So I just did her bridal shower.
Yeah. I don't think people are changed.
Half of her guests, like it was not half, but all of her guests were white. Like the only black person was me and my mom. Mm-hmm. That's it, right? Mm-hmm. And so two elderly ladies who were there, they were like, she told me, she said, I'm gonna be honest with you, they are racist. She's like, I'm just telling you what we walking into, and I'm like, all right, cool. By the end of the night, they were like, oh, you're so sweet, and that, they said all types of pleasantries, and she called her back and told her how much I was so sweet, and she enjoyed enjoyed their time. But the thing of it is, you can be a racist, that's your choice. I'm gonna be me, and you can take it or leave it. I'm not code switching in front of you. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, Parker, that's so fucking awesome. I'm not going to be doing no dumb shit like that. But I'm not going to be like, yo, motherfuckers, let me tell you about this joint over here. I'm not going to be like,
right.
Yeah.
For sure.
I read the room,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking.
But even by that point, your partner knows who you are. Like if you're now taking me to your family, you know who I am. Like this is another height. You know what I mean? This is another step into our relationship or whatever. So you know who I am as an individual. Like I haven't had to put on a facade for you to be like, oh, let me take, Mary over here to my parents because she talks like X, Y, and Z, or because she acts like X, Y, and Z. So he gonna know, like you said, that's no different than we gotta go to church. You got to cut that Cardi B off before you pull into the You know what I mean? You ain't gonna pull into the sanctuary with the Cardi B bumping.
But it's in the back of our minds, though. It's in the back of our minds.
Hey, that's between you and the Lord. But I'm just saying, like,
like I have an example, right? So I have a funny ass example. It's not funny, but so I went to a friend's house. He's like in the deep south, right? And so he warned me. He was like, "Hey man, I said, yeah, I know." So because my mother's from deep south, so we went to the house, right? We was talking to, I think, his grandma, right? And she was saying how times have changed and blah blah blah. And she was like, "I had a nigger nanny," and so they were all embarrassed. Like I said, "Oh really?" No, I'm like, "Oh really? Tell me more." She goes, "Oh, I said, tell me more. I want to hear." And she said, "Oh, she was so nice. She breastfed. She did this, did that, did that." She said, "Oh, how she loved this woman, her nigger nanny. She loved her." I said, "But you know what though? She never even said her name." You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that sometimes when you do date who you date, these are the type of situations that you're going to be in and connected to. Right. And so when you marry one person, you're not really marrying, you're marrying into a family.
Yeah.
And
don't start having little black kids on these white people who don't really want y'all in there.
That's what really is gonna shit hit the fan.
Don't start having these little black children that's now being treated differently than the other ones.
Yeah. Dare you say something bad about the babies.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, they were so embarrassed. I didn't care. I said, "Tell me more. I want to know. Tell me more." Because I just want,
Do share.
yeah. So again, that's the issue that you may have, and so if you do that, you have to understand who the family is, where
Mhm.
they come from, because you have families that are ignorant out of it, but they're innocent. They just don't know, but they're nice,
Mhm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you can explain stuff to them, and
Yeah.
hey, and then oh okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but then you have some people that just ain't gonna like you, and they'll smile, and then how my lovely lady down here said, when them babies pop out, then they
And
be
they
oh
start scratching your name
the brown ones. Those are the
out that
brown ones.
will
Yeah,
or
those are the
out that
brown ones. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
out
That's
them
okay.
inheritance. They start scratching your name
Yeah.
out your inheritance
And,
You know
and,
what's
and,
funny?
hey, and why would they scratch the name out there? Why would they
because they don't
scratch the
want them
name
little
out?
black kids to get it.
Hey, you messing
Exactly.
up that
Long
It's about
bloodline.
wealth.
You messing up that bloodline.
Nah, it's about
Long
no, it's
game.
about wealth. It's about wealth. They don't want their money
Going to them
outside
niggas.
going
Yeah,
outside the group. That's so again,
yeah,
that reverse back to what I said before.
Long game.
That's what marriage is really for.
LR, it's
Long
funny that
game.
you said it. LR, it's funny that you say that because, over I would say probably in the last couple years, like I've dated a lot of different races of different women, right? There's been some white in there, some Slovakian, Haitian. So there's been times where I've been around them and I would throw out stuff with black people, like, and I would just randomly say it just to kind of promote uncomfortability, but I'm cool with it. I just want to kind of see how they respond and how they feel. There's been some where it's like, I've known one, she's married, she married a couple black people. I know some who've had kids and they've dealt with them, so they understand it. But from me doing it, I just want to kind of see, it's like, you introduce me to your white friends and I'll say something just off the wall, not disrespectful, but just something completely off the wall that could be culture related, or I might make a culture reference, or I might, say something, whatever, that only black people in a certain circle might catch instantly, where you might have to explain somebody of a different race just to see how they are. Because it's like you have to kind of get through those elementary phases before you can start graduating into certain things. Like they call like inviting to the cookout, or you can come to the barbecue, or you can do this and do that. Like if you can't get through those elementary stuff and all that kind of stuff, like this won't survive any further than probably what it is in that specific box. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me. I could care less, but I can see like the faces might start changing colors, or it's like the shoulders might shriek up, like nobody's ever said that before. I'm like, yeah, because they ain't me. So I'm gonna say something like, like, all right, well, I know why your friends like me. Why? Because they never seen a handsome black man that's aggressive and they got good looking teeth and got a nice body. So they probably like that. Or your mama probably like that because she used to looking at your old ass dad. You probably some year old, now she got somebody that smelled and looked like you. So I'll do shit like that just to kind of promote that. So, but like you said, I mean, I'm not popping at no kids, so I ain't trying to mess up nobody's bloodline. But I know for a fact, if I give one of these motherfuckers a kid, it's like,
Oh boy.
they gonna kill them. They gonna kill the kid and probably kill. Or I'll probably kill myself, and then they gonna kill the kid too. It's a wrap for me. Forget that. But I understand what you're saying, though. So yeah, I get that, but I look at it like this. Everybody talk about, oh, love is love. It's so beautiful. You find somebody this and that. Oh, yeah, but they got to look a certain way. And for
yeah,
that
but
case,
I
all
don't
that shit's
even
out the
think to
window.
look a certain way is the thing, though. I think most importantly, when it comes to fuck with, first of all, who the hell with somebody else thing, right? I'm a date who I want to date.
A lot of
You ain't
people
got
do, though. A
you
lot of
gonna
people in
like
there
it,
like,
you ain't gonna
Hold
but
on.
we old now. Like this ain't 25,
Yeah.
26. I'm not checking for no opinion from my friends or even technically from my family. But I
subconsciously,
think
people do.
and you and cool. But what I'm saying is, most importantly, like you said, y'all got to figure out how. It's too many other elements when it comes to mixing culture just between the two of y'all that y'all need to figure out.
Even when things are good. Even when things are
Far
good.
more important than what the next person is thinking. Like the heck would my friend think that I should be dating a white woman? Child, do this white woman parents and them, what are they getting ready to be doing with me when I come up in there? Do they
It's
want me
like,
there? Are they gonna make me uncomfortable? Are they
Got
gonna, you know what I'm
cup.
saying? Like
They got the teacups out
that's
there.
more important to me. Like I need to be seeing what's going on because I'm not gonna be put in no predicament where I'm uncomfortable.
It's
Ain't nobody
like
gonna make me feel uncomfortable. Like me, my kids, and I ain't having no more kids neither. So me in this dating world that I'm
Or
in, huh?
I got something for you ladies. So when you see the like a pet peeve with my wife is this, right? She hates to see. Well, she doesn't hate it, but she says that it like so. Say for example, if say like a white woman has a black child, so like another black. So say she has like a baby girl, raising her, right? Like like there has to be an effort to ensure that she's culturally
Absolutely.
uh knowledgeable of who she is, or
Of
where
who
she
she
came
is.
from, and who
Yes.
she is. Because a problem I see is you'll see a lot of biracial kids that grew up on the white side per se, and they were kind of like estranged from their father, whoever side. But then so in their seat, we race is looked at differently by whoever like like if you look at like a group of white folks, right? If they know you, right, they'll be like, "Oh, she's not black. That's Nikki. Oh no, she's not like no, because they personalize it, right? So they'll personalize these kids because they're family. But then when these kids leave that environment and they go out into the real world to college or somewhere else, that's their first time experiencing the culture that they miss, and they're confused, right? Because sometimes they may not be black enough, and other times they're not going to be accepted. So that's one thing that I say: if you are going to have a mixed race marriage, you have to make it an effort. And this could be Latino, Native American, anything. There has to be an effort to ingrain the culture into them, right?
like,
Because at
bitch,
the
I
end of
use Murray's hair cream. You
I
use Mousse. We are
I
different.
agree with that. Even with just even like so my daughter, right? She's on the lighter shade of brown. And so most of her schooling was in Delaware. So she's in school in Hockessin. And so in the school she might have been one of five black kids. You know what I'm saying? But she was light skinned, she had long hair, you know. She kind of just blended with all her little girlfriends was white in the whole 9 yards. And I was like, okay, I can't have my daughter growing up not being prepared because I firmly believe white people will switch on you. And granted, that might have been my own paranoia,
like the
but
Hunger
then,
Games.
Black
but
people switch
then,
up too.
yeah. So then, what I did, like in the summer, I took her back to Philly, North Philly, where I was at, and put her in Freedom Theater. She went for like 2, 3 years just to have that Afrocentric
Yeah,
experience,
she
you
comfortable.
know, to balance it out. She's not mixed, she's just on a lighter shade of brown. But the thing about it was, it provided her a rounding because she was going real white. She was like, "Mom, she want to do river dance." And I'm like, "River dance? Hold the fucking phone." Katie and them doing river dance. Katie is Irish. You know what? Let me get you some culture. You know what I mean? This
Yeah,
bougie life we got going on in Hockessin, let me take you back to North Philly,
yeah,
you
Sounds
know,
like,
and
sounds like
learn
you told Nikki.
Swahili
yeah,
and stuff like
yeah.
that.
You gotta have
And
27%.
yes, I think now granted she damn near black militant now, but the thing about it is just I do agree. I feel like when you do have a mixed child, that you have you have a duty to give them that exposure. Like my godmother is white, right? Her daughter, my cousin, she's mixed. And my godmother, she lived up the Badlands up in North Philly. You know what I mean? When we was coming up. But as her daughter grew up, she kept her exposed when her dad wasn't really around, but her dad had sisters and she still was interacting with his family. She kept her exposed. You know what I mean? Like granted, her first husband was black. So I think it's really important that you do foster. You have a responsibility.
Yeah, and this is on black men too, right? Because I feel that the black woman, the child's automatically gonna be exposed. Like if a black woman, say if a black woman has a child with a white dude or a Latino Asian guy, whatever, that child's always gonna have the dominant mother culture, right? But sometimes it's the men who fail because we don't do enough to ensure that we're we're putting the kids into situations to where we're giving them the culture that they need so they could just be comfortable in who they are, and so that's my biggest thing is if you are going to do that, that has to be a discussion. That you can't do that on the fly, right? You have to discuss it. Like, hey, I'm black. You're not black. This is what I face every day. This is how I have to speak. This is why I have to code switch. Like they have to understand what they're getting themselves into. Because a lot of times, like I have a homeboy, he didn't do any of this, right? The mother's getting upset, like, oh, they called my daughter the N-word. And they're like, aren't you mad, Levon or LR? I said, no. She said, why not? I said, you put in an all-white school and she black. I said, and there's no black people. Like, what are you expecting? Like what do you like? You know what I'm saying? Like, you put her in this situation where
I'm prepared.
Where you bust her into an all-white suburb that what they're already mad about, and now she's good at sports. She took somebody's spot, right? And she looked really cute and she's good. So what do you think they're gonna say to her, right? And the fact that you didn't realize racism existed until they called your daughter that's a failure. And that's what I don't like, is that if you're going to do it, you got to have the talk, and you have to understand what you're getting yourself into. Say, hey, this is how it is.
No, you got to have to talk. Because I had to talk with my daughter, there was a situation. She was in daycare, and she was playing with this little girl who was like one of the last kids to leave. And her white friends came to her and said, why do you play with that other girl all the time? Is it because she's black like you? And my daughter's response to her was, are you a racist? And this was in the 4th grade.
Yeah.
Are you a racist? She's like, I play with her because she's my friend.
Yeah.
So when my daughter called her racist, other kids heard it. And some kids stopped playing with this little girl. So much so that her mother had came to me and said, could Ayami and her be friends again?
Yeah. He checked her.
And I was proud of my daughter. She checked the shit out of her right there on the spot.
Yeah.
But it's because I let her know we live in 2 worlds.
Need more like
you got to watch these people.
Yeah. Now, Ira,
Yep.
what type of black dudes, the same type of black dudes that we talked about before, are the same type of black dudes that will criticize like black women with like the woman on their side, are the same black dudes that won't have that woman prepare the children for what they're going to face. You know what I'm saying? Those are the same dudes.
Yeah. Brothers got to step it up, man. Too many brothers just want to just date. Too many brothers just not honest. Like, in my opinion, when it comes to dating, that's all.
Yeah.
They want to fuck who they want to fuck, but then that's just another thing. I don't know, man. We got a lot of immature black dudes out there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And they can't dish out what they can't take what they can dish out. Yeah. That's another thing too. But that's another.
Yeah. So it's good
though. So Barry, what you got, man? What else?
Black people, I'm gonna tap out. Thank you for letting me join you guys today.
Yeah.
I gotta get to sleep.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nick.
Thank you.
So all in all, Barry, did you get all your answers? All your questions answered?
So it's a significant amount and additional parts. Y'all definitely intermingled. You hear me?
I hear you.
Hello, you hear me? All right, you gotta go out and come back. You hear me?
Hold on.
All right. LR, my man, you gave me a lot of detail as far as with the marriage and with the intertwining of the mixed couples and that.
It's a business, bro. I'm telling you, it's a business.
That's why I'm glad you came on so that way you can help explain that. Now, it is a business. I just don't like some of that because it's like.
Listen, I know you don't like it, but listen, it is a business. I know you don't like it, but it is a business. And because everything in America is a corporation, right? And so the reason why they put in the laws for marriage, right? Because it's a legal binding thing, because it's all about the assets. You know what I'm saying? And so the issue that a lot of cats have is that they don't. Yeah, I understand you gotta love the person, but there's a business side of it. You know what I'm saying? The word, and in our community, it never gets discussed, right? Ever.
We should.
But in other societies, even the Jack and Jill societies, that is discussed, right? To where it's like, hey, like we're this pedigree, I have a PhD, my wife has same, and we make this much, and I put all this investment into my child, right? Don't bring home a dude that isn't to the same criteria, right? Don't do that, because if maybe it work, maybe it won't, but you're working backwards, and B, there's gonna be a different of subculture, right? So it's like it has to be looked at as far as gotta love and like, but it's a contract, and we're the only group that we don't get it.
We don't. And I think we don't get it because I don't know if we actually really want to understand it. We want to comprehend it, or we just want to be stubborn and hard headed to certain things that may apply to us that we just don't want to absorb.
Yeah, like it's a business. That's what it is.
So Barry, you go back to people who you interviewed, who you spoke to, send them this link.
Oh, it's done. Done. I told some of them they probably called in, so they some people do fall asleep early, and I get that. But they said they definitely would catch that because I wanted views, and it's funny because a lot of people that I did talk to, some of them that I assumed that they probably would be for it or against it, some of them actually surprised me where it was like, oh, I thought you were probably pro black, and they're like, nah, I accept whatever it is, or they might have intermingled with it, or they might have done it, and I'm like, okay, cool. And there's some people just randomly where I might just struck up a conversation if I'm out, because I've been out quite a bit, and it's like I'll have a conversation with somebody and I'm with somebody, and then I might introduce me to like one of their friends and we have a conversation, and I'm like, sparking up the conversation, I'm promoting the show and I'm asking just general questions, and it kind of just all intermingles. And trust me, this handy dandy notebook is full of different stories and different viewpoints and perceptions of that. And I love that because it's all engagement, it's all understanding, comprehension, because the whole purpose of this whole particular platform, Ira has a different viewpoint on a lot of stuff. I definitely have a different viewpoint. LR has a different viewpoint, and collectively coming together and then kind of expressing that is the beauty of what the podcast can be and the depths that it can grow from. And the interaction and the engagement. Like I said, I want the engagement to be bigger and more controversial, and then try to land on topics that are basically sizzling, that people kind of want to hear about and feel comfortable to speak about. I chose this one particularly because I've been hearing it, and with me going out and my dating experience that I've had, where I've dated a woman that's white and Swedish. I've dated a woman that's Haitian. I've dated a woman that's Slovakian. I've dated a woman that's African, and I notice the looks and the conversations and the questions and things of that nature.
Yeah, man.
And I'm always curious to what people are actually thinking that they don't actually say. A lot of people have more conversations in their head than they actually come out their mouth. I read body language. I read, just like the lean in and like, what's going on over here, or who's this or who's that. I want to know. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. You like who you like, you attracted to who you attracted to. I mean, if I see it, I don't have no problem with it. I'm like, hey, that's just what he like. That's what she like. That's just what it is.
But example, Kobe Bryant, right?
Love
Kobe.
Kobe.
Probably worth like $600 million, right? Where's that wealth going now?
I would send to his wife or his kids, right?
Going to the wife, right?
Yeah, or the estate. Yeah.
No, it's going to the wife, right? So that money forever is gone from, you know what I'm saying? It's gone.
It's not going to the blood of Kobe Bryant.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. So that's what I'm saying. That's why you gotta be very just understanding of, what I mean, because it's gone. Pew, gone. You know what I'm saying? So, gone like a pew. You know what I'm saying? Another good example. Another great example. Thurgood Marshall, first black justice of the Supreme Court. Look at his descendants now. They won't even know. That's all I'm saying.
He was dipping in that butter pecan versus that
I don't know what he was dipping in, but I'm just saying
that
is
double
that
chocolate.
Hey,
like,
watch this.
like-
Watch this. Why you think the airport named after him? I'm gonna stop. That's the airport I work at. That's
yeah,
the
yep.
Boy, look at you. Look at you there, boy.
BWI.
College.
But this is the thing though, right? I always joke, right? I'm like, hey, I tell like my homeboys or whoever, I say, hey man, I said, you're gonna be the dude where 100 years from now, they're gonna be like, hey Charles, did you hear that? What? Great grandpa was black.
was.
Say what?
What? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You heard I say LR? Was.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like the white guys. Oh, I'm like 5%. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, I'm just saying that, you know, this is a long game. So just date who you date, you know, marry who you marry, but just have that forethought, you know, of the long game.
So in conclusion, Ira, you, my friend, like you said, you're pro-black. You love your black sisters only, the greatest before, currently, and afterwards. You're going to stay black all the way through. That's never going to change for you, right?
At this point, no. I mean, like, here you go. The reason why I'm saying it won't change because even right now, I don't even fuck with the same black girls I used to fuck with now because I'm in a different mindset.
Okay.
But go ahead.
No, I'm saying okay. So, but I'm saying so. It's like if you get a Latina, if you get a Russian, if you get a Brazilian, if you get a Mexican, floating your way at some capacity, but they fit that aesthetic, you're still like, nope. I'm going with the Keishas. I'm going with the Nikkis. I'm going with the Kianas. I'm just stereotyping black names. You're just going to go with that.
It's my job to find a smart girl named Keisha that's not ghetto. I can find me. There's plenty of black women out there that fit that description. But yeah. To answer your question, Barry, yeah.
Okay. Now, like I said, I accept any and all applications. Like I said, I do,
but
I will.
Hey, Barry, but just for shits and giggles, Barry, if I was an emotional guy at the moment, or like I'm gonna say like if I just start with like straight emotions, I would date a white woman right now because I am kind of sick of my examples of black women at the moment. Yes.
Okay.
But if I was emotional, if I was being emotional about it,
right.
like somewhere I could sit and blame, I'm not doing that. But if I was,
well, let's just say, so you want to go down that hole. Let's say if you did do that, right? And let's say that this other woman that's not black, let's say if she gave you things that you needed to feel a certain way that the other women that you entertained did not, would you get rid of her because of your feelings towards that, or would you entertain it further just to unravel and see what it is?
I'm sure I can. Can I find me a non-black woman that gives me the intangibles maybe that you want to say, whatever, like to your point, Barry, I'm pretty sure I can.
Okay.
But it's not going to be the same because I want that the love ain't the same from like, so therefore it's not going to be the same. Even though if they can't give me what a black woman can't give me, right? But even if I get the other part from everybody else, right? If it's not coming from a black woman, I'm still missing something.
Okay.
Because it's not coming from a black woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate your vulnerability and your honesty in the questions I've asked you earlier today on that. I do appreciate you for that, sir. I want to let you know that and acknowledge that.
It just like ego.
Did you hear what I said? Hold on. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, you appreciate me. Appreciate you.
All right. Make sure you heard me.
All right, this thing you want some knowledge, nigga? Like
I just want you to acknowledge it.
Hey man, you all right, man? You need a hug, man? It's like...
I'm straight. Appreciate it. I'm good.
Yeah, man.
But gentlemen, that's all I actually have with that. I do appreciate y'all with that. And LR, I already know how you feel about it and your views on it. Yours has come from a financial and a legality and contractual direction, which is important because, like you said, we probably do need to be educated as a people in regards to that. Which I think that seems to be a strength with you in that aspect, because you seem to be very knowledgeable about it. Unlike the people we spoke about before, like Dr. Bryant, who doesn't have certain things with it, you seem to be very knowledgeable about that, and I'm proud of you on that. So let's make sure you hear that too from me as well.
Hey, real quick, just to get on y'all two niggas' nerves. Did y'all see Dr. Bryant post her Netflix little thing that she put up on there? And she got the freaking cap and gown.
I've seen that
of Amazon.
I thought that was AI. Honestly, I thought it was AI.
No, that's you if you go on Amazon, you get that same cap. I'll send it to you, Barry.
I seen it. No, I seen it. I thought it was AI when I saw it.
No AI.
Oh shit, LR. I already know LR gonna go in on it. I already know he gonna go in on it.
And Barry, they lit her ass up, Barry. But go ahead.
Yo, she's been on that tonight's conversations too, a few times with that as well.
Well, no, I'm not trying to cut you off, Barry, like that. But what I'm trying to say is, she's not any new ones. Those are pre-recorded.
Oh yeah. That I started noticing they popping up in my feeds, and I've been kind of watching them. She was in one of these kind of heated debates with this one guy that was on there, and he kind of was giving it to her, and he refused to call her, I think, Dr. Bryan, so he was just calling her like this Cheyenne. And I think that might have been where she tried to correct him. I was like, no, it's doctors, and he was like, he says something underneath his breath, like, okay, Cheyenne. Like, so you know.
Yeah, dissertation, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, we lost him for a second. All right, yeah.
Yeah, I can see y'all. I just couldn't hear y'all. So
okay.
I would smile.
He is smiling.
Hey, bro, LR, nah, but boy, the job kicked my butt this week, man. You know, so I'm over here. Like,
man, I went to the airport today. I saw cancel. I was like, man,
dog. Like,
so what? Hey, so what happened? Because I saw
tornado warnings.
So down here, I saw everything from Newark and LaGuardia was canceled almost. What happened?
All right, so ATC, are y'all familiar with that? With the ATC?
Air traffic control.
There you go, brother. Barry, air traffic control, right?
I tried to get a job in there and got rejected.
It's no, Barry, a hard job. Barry, that's a hard. No, that's not.
I know.
Job.
Yeah, I know.
Hard job, bro.
It's a hard job.
Yeah.
I shot my shot.
Watch this. It's so hard when they went on a strike. Remember the airlines went down because not down, but like everything went. You know, they so important. But anyway, it was mad. So LR, it was mad storms. It was 3 storms around New York, Massachusetts, and Jersey. It was 3 storms around Philly. Add that tri-state area. Then DC, Richmond, Virginia. So the air, the routes, they had no way to get in and get out. So they called ground stoppage for BWI and all that. All because everybody think, they're far away. No, that's all the same. So basically, all the same is, so it's not like this. It's not like JFK is shut down and Newark and LGA is working. No, that's all the same.
Yeah, it's all gonna be
the same airspace. Yeah. So when one goes down, it's not just one. It's 3 of when the 3 major airports in the United States is down. Then you go down to the middle. Then you got Philly, Baltimore, DC, right? Then you go down, and it's just like so on and so forth. So if they're coming, if that same plane was coming from, if it's Delta, right? If it's coming from LA, and they can't land in BWI, that plane needs to land somewhere, and they now we call it diversion, and then now they stuck.
And then guess what happens? Hey Barry, as soon as that plane lands, what happens? The crew gonna be like, pilot and crew gonna be like, hey, we've reached our maximum hours, so we gotta switch out the crew.
And guess what? Ain't no switching out the crew if it's 8 o'clock at night because everybody's asleep. So
I've been in the midst of that too before, coming back from somewhere.
Hey, hours. I got a funny story. I was flying to Seattle once, right? And for work, and I had to stop through Dallas, I think, right? So we get to
American Airlines.
Dallas, right?
Happy
Yeah,
American.
American. So we get to Dallas. I used to fly so much. So I get there, I'm like, and like, oh, the plane, blah, blah, blah. So I'm looking at the plane, I'm looking. I'm like, this shit ain't leaving it. This shit ain't leaving at night. Man, I took my ass. I went to the lady. I said, where's the voucher line before the hotels? Man, I walked over there, bro.
You already
And
knew.
it was like, where you going? I said, this is why I ain't leaving, man. It's like, oh, I said, listen, they say that the mechanics, they need to fix it, right? I said, there's no mechanics because it's late. They all left. I said, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I got my ass in line. I got my thing. I was, man, by the time they figured out I was at the hotel chilling, man.
You're speaking like an experienced traveler. So, I mean, this is not rocket scientist. So you get help when it's the airline's fault.
Yeah, yep.
But if it's ATC, air traffic control,
No
they
help.
say,
sorry
for you.
Yeah,
I experienced that one time coming back where I saw that where I was like, this plane ain't going nowhere. We might as well go ahead and get the bag. And they give it to you. Like you're right. They give you a hotel.
No, it has to. No. They only do that if the plane's broke or something. Like something's wrong.
This one, I think the landing gear was malfunctioning of some sort.
That's airline fault. But all because something. Now this is where you have to play a guessing game. LR didn't. He read it the right way. So something at first can be air traffic control, but if they did not cancel, this is why they cancel the flights, because it's air traffic control, right? But then they still on the clock. They only can do but so many hours, right? So if they go somewhere and they only got like an hour and 10, 20 minutes left, right? Mind you, it takes 40 minutes to board a plane.
Like a 737 take at least 35 minutes.
And then honestly, I'm trying to be funny. And to be honest, I'm gonna say American. I'm gonna say people. For some reason, people do not like to sit where they're assigned to sit at. Don't know why. It's like they see an open seat. Oh,
they just ain't the bus.
Bitch, no, not you. Okay, go to 31B and shut the fuck up. Right. So, go to 31B. So what happens is the pilots or the flight attendants, they know that if they don't like hurry people up and do something right, they know that people are going to sit there and board so long that by the time they board, sit down, everybody has to be strapped in and all stuff like that. Everything, all the luggage have to be closed in, all the bins have to be closed, right? By the time that happens, an hour and 20 minutes happen, I say, and then, all right, so say if you got 10 minutes left, it's over. Because now you got to taxi back, go back, taxi around, and guess what they're going to do? They're like this. We're not rushing this.
Timed out.
I'm I'm timing out, and I'm going to sleep. And so we'll leave 12 hours later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen it where it happened that case before where it took so long to where they started running out of fuel. That they had, the taxi and so long, they run out of fuel.
You only can stay in the taxiway for 33 hours.
Yeah, and now, and then also, another thing I learned, I saw, right? Even if they know you're going to be delayed, right? So say, because I remember like maybe 15 years ago, I used to fly to JFK like maybe 3 or 4 times a week, right?
I hate JFK.
And I remember they were hours. Do you remember when JFK was down to it was 2 runways? It was like 15 years ago. They usually have 4. They were down to 2, right? So, bro, they'd be like, we're 26 in line to take off, right? And so what they used to do, it'd be funny, is they would close the door and push off the gate and then go put you in the penalty box, because once they close the door, the crew gets paid, and the gate fees the airline has to pay the airline, they don't have to pay them because like the gate's closed, right? So I just remember just be sitting there and just watching people get all mad and shit. It's just like I always like traveling with bad weather because I like to see people get all upset. And I'm like, yo, man, listen, I'm gonna watch you get upset. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna go over here and be nice to the lady you was mean to, and she gonna hook me up.
Yep.
So I got so many vouchers. I got a voucher when the weather was bad because I was nice to the lady. She goes, "Oh, don't worry about it." You know what I mean? So people, Be nice to these flight attendants. Be nice to these gate attendants. They can make your life a lot better when shit is hitting the fan.
And I can override all that if I want to.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
So, like honestly, like even for weather, right? So say if I see a single mom and it's like, okay, her flight ain't leaving out till about, remember, I should say I left work around 8:30 night, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, why am I gonna let this lady sit in the airport with the 2-year-old being uncomfortable in the such? Now I gauge it. She talked to me. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna make sure I find a corner because I sort of just, I'm like, you know what, miss, here, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm like this.
Voucher.
I make sure my email's in there and all that stuff like that. Like this. Here you go, miss. You know what they do it. This is the first thing. Watch this. Watch this. When they do it, this is doing. Look. That means they're looking at your name tag. You right? Oh my goodness, you're so, miss. No problem, miss. Just thank me later, or whatever you want to call it. But go get your room and get some real sleep. I can't, and being nice. Sometimes we can be wrong, but if you be but you ain't be yelling at me. Some people don't want to help.
Be nice, bro. Just be nice. But anything you can do for me, please.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like I said, I've never met a bad gate attendant who works the ramp. If you was just nice to them, because they deal with assholes all the time.
2 wrongs don't make it right.
Well, Barry, so
yeah.
So I'm letting you know, Barry. If you ever get stuck, man, just put that smile on.
Oh, you ain't gotta tell me. I already know.
Deep voice.
I did.
You know what I mean?
That's golden, brother. You gotta tell me. I already know.
And find the most ugly gate attendant and just start start complimenting everything about her.
Yeah, you lost me on that one. You had me.
I'm just saying, man. Oh man, it was good talk tonight, fellas.
Yeah, and so what y'all got for the weekend coming up, man? Then we can get out of here, man. Let me start off. Going to a wedding this weekend.
I heard your voice. I heard he getting married, man.
Yeah, my homie Sway, man, he getting married.
Yeah, I remember Sway.
Yeah, he old school. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did meet Sway once a long time. Oh,
yeah.
Damn, I'm forgetting, man. Sheesh, we getting old, bro. That's what it is. But yeah, so Sway getting married, and I'm in the wedding. I'm the best man again. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
is Milton, those guys gonna go down there?
Milton's in the wedding.
Okay.
Milton's in the wedding. Bobby, well, you don't know Bobby. Bobby's in the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bobby's in the wedding. Milton, Bobby's in the wedding. So they're groomsmen.
Is Rav gonna be there?
Nah. I'm saying, but Rav don't really hang out with us.
Oh, you don't?
I'm saying not us. I'm not hang out with me, but he don't really talk to Sway. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I got you.
Be honest. It's like,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like Kev talked to Sway without me. Milt does. Bobby does. So that's who we invited. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. So when you get married?
This thing asked a question
and I better get my invite too.
But how about this? How about this? If I get married to a white woman, Barry could be the best man.
That speech, he'll be like, hey, he'll be like, hello, people. Hello.
The whole time, the whole time, he's like this.
Hello, people. Hello, people.
That was coming.
I'm going to get married. I'm going, but I don't know who to. I'm going to get married. I like the idea of marriage. I'm cool with it.
Listen,
I'm not scared of it.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm not scared of it. I'm not getting married just to get married.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I'm not saying that's a difference. Mm-hmm. It gotta feel right. Whatever at the moment, it gotta feel right. If it feel right, I'll do it. Go ahead.
No. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Probably depending on who it is. If knowing me, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have a destination wedding. I'm not gonna like. If it's up to me, now I'll have the traditional wedding, but I hope she got a dad because I ain't paying for all that shit like that.
Nah, man, you too over that, bro. You too over that, bro. Ain't no
And
No,
then I
daddy
was last
paying.
left.
no.
Ain't no daddy
Everybody,
paying for
no.
no 45-year-old wedding.
Hey, Barry, like this. Everybody want to be traditional.
Until it's
But it's
time to do
not.
traditional things.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, me. I
I'm
said,
just saying.
listen.
Now,
I said,
I'm
I
I'm a
tell
smaller.
mine. I said, hey. I said, if you like 28, 31, 33, okay, I got you. But if you like 44, 45, nah, man, he got you. You have a job.
It depends, man. You every situation is different.
Nah,
Depend on the girl. Depend on the girls.
no. If you
So it is.
listen, if her spouse is 44, 45, that motherfucker paying.
I'm saying that
He got a career.
what if I give me a shorty? She's in her late 30s. That's not.
No. So I'm saying if she late 30, yeah. What the guy? Yeah, I don't know, man. Listen, I'm making you pay.
The dad's gonna be a couple years older than
Oh, that's
me.
what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
saying
that's
that.
what I'm saying, man.
I'm
Yeah, he
saying
be
that.
looking at you like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, man.
The
Hey,
wedding
what
depending on.
high school you go to?
Put it this way. If that woman's excited to get married like that and want to have a big wedding because that's how she feel, so just be like, the way how the people make you feel, make you do things you've never done before. So I'm open to it. But if I can be honest, I'm like, listen, what's your favorite place you want to go? And invite your 10 best friends or your family members, whatever. Invite anybody you want to. Because the thing about it is, oh, you want to be in the wedding? Okay, it's at this spot right here, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm going to get married regardless. What I'm trying to say is, like, I'm going to put the pressure, like, it's going to be such and such. Like, I've seen people go to airlines. I'm going here. I'm like, and the best weddings in the world. Maybe if I marry another 40, early 40-year-old person, I don't think I'm going to go through the whole boom, boom. But I don't mind getting dressed. I have a party and go to City Hall. My parents are married until my daddy died.
So why are you keeping us from a wedding, man? I want to go to a wedding. I want to go
First
to
of
a
all,
damn City Hall.
I'm 1/3 of the motherfucking wiseman. So
You
stop
already
coming at me.
you already know.
Wedding, man. I'm gonna go to a wedding, man. I want to go to no damn Just a Piece, man. In Baltimore.
LR, I gotta find me a woman that I can date for 2 months first. that likes me and only me, and then after that, I will bring up the conversation again. But right now, I can't. I have people I like. I have a person in the perfect world I like, but they ain't. I can't.
Hey,
No
well,
hell.
man, you better try
No.
harder. You better try harder,
No.
man. I'm not taking this. You better try harder, man. Let's go.
No,
I need to go to a wedding, bro.
You can want to be with somebody in your heart, but you gotta make sure that's right. Not because not because they just in your heart. They gotta be right.
All right, man.
You know when someone likes you. Period.
Yeah.
You know when someone likes you.
Hey, where's the wedding at?
It's in Frederick. All right, Fredericksburg,
Maryland.
Frederick, Maryland.
Virginia.
No, Frederick, Maryland. I'm sorry.
Frederick, Maryland. Okay, I got you.
I don't know if you saw the thing on thing where the bear was running in the town.
Yeah, I saw that. That's what it is.
That's where the wedding's at.
So is that where he lives now?
No, we live an hour away from Frederick. Me and Sway live in Baltimore County.
Okay, that's cool, man. Well, tell him congrats.
Oh, well. You know what I'm saying? But LR, it's getting time, man. It's getting time. We gotta get you. We gotta find a date and lock it in. We gotta do one long live in-person podcast. We gotta do it.
Okay. Just make
trip?
sure make sure your internet is fast.
And guess
what? Be freezing.
No, we gonna be in the studio playing.
Road trip.
Studio. We got studio.
I got you. Yeah.
Let
me know, man.
We'll make it happen, man. And and look, man, and Barry, you got is it 7 more Sundays? Oh no. What's today? Today August. No, you got about 4 more Sundays till we can start this sports show too. You know what I'm saying? Because college football, man, started at the
50 days for the NFL, and then was it
Yeah,
20
man,
days more?
y'all don't know nothing about no college football, man.
LeBron, please.
NFL, man, you
Please.
don't know about that.
LeBron, I wake up at 12 noon, and I'm watching college football. Trust me.
Start with the commentation, and then watching. I mean, it's.
So who's your favorite team, Ira?
Like all time or just right now?
No, forget. Wait, right now. Wait, so you switch teams up?
So it sounds like
I mean, I follow. No,
it sounded like that, Barry. Didn't it sound like that, Barry?
So listen.
Words are powerful.
Did we play NCAA football before?
Yeah, I was whooping your ass, man.
No, that's a goddamn lie.
Barry.
That's a goddamn
Barry.
lie.
Yes, it's true.
You already know on with that argument, LR. So just go.
I will run the same freaking 4 plays, bro.
I ain't got time for
this.
Yes. It's too late for this shit right now, please. All right. So
it's true.
All time.
No, who's your team? Who's your team?
Washington Huskies.
That's your football team.
College, yes.
Why?
Because all right.
Offensive line?
No, because when I was younger, right? So
what happened?
I played football for Camden High, and the colors were purple, gold, white, whatever, right? And so since I was a little boy, when we played the game, I was looking for one team that was the same color, and it was Washington Huskies. But back then, when we was young, LR, the Washington Huskies was actually good. Remember Napoleon Kaufman and all that. So they had a good squad. So Washington we had the same color. So at that point, I was just following them to them. Just like Milton likes Michigan. I don't know who you like in college, but Milton likes Michigan.
Yeah, I know Milton.
Kev like
Notre Dame. Yeah.
Because Kev went to a Catholic school in Newark. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my Washington Huskies thing. Right now, just because Deion Sanders was one of my favorite players, I do follow Colorado a lot because I just want to. I like Deion Sanders.
Well, I want to give you a round of applause. You're the first black person ever seen that likes Washington Huskies.
But no,
I thought it was because the offensive line. So they got a pretty decent offensive line.
No, they're joking, man.
No.
But I'm good with that.
Hey, but on the real, yo, that's probably one of the most. That's like the most best campuses I've ever been on. It's literally downtown Seattle. Like it's like north of downtown Seattle, right on the lake. It's really nice.
No,
really nice.
So when they got spanked a couple of years ago when it was in the
yeah, they did. They got their ass whooped.
Yeah. But I was rooting for them.
Okay, got it. Barry, who's your team?
I don't think I have a favorite college football team.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Temple, I guess, because I'm just from Philly, but I don't really know anything.
I would say
Temple.
Team.
Just because.
Basketball, yeah. So who's your favorite basketball team?
Oh, it's Philadelphia 70. Oh, you talking about for college?
College.
Do I really have a favorite basketball college team?
What was that defense that Temple used to play? Matchup zone? No.
Yeah.
Boxing one or something?
Didn't they play 2-3?
No.
I'm talking about football.
John Chaney had a certain type of defense that would give people problems.
Yeah, John Chaney. My homeboy went for a visit there. He called me within like 2 hours. I ain't come here, man. I said, what happened? He said, man, John Chaney, he make them motherfuckers practice at 5 a.m. He was like, nah. You heard that 5 a.m.? He's like, hell no.
Done.
Oh, okay. You know what, LR, you was right. But it wasn't just 2-3. It was 2-3 matchup zone.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah,
matchup zone, not the regular 2-3. It was a certain. It used to give people fits.
Yeah. The only problem is they ain't had no guards that can score, so they'll be getting beat like 76-75 or some shit.
Yeah, Brunson was there, and
Brunson.
McKee.
Hey, remember his name? Mark Macon.
Come on now. I know that. Come on.
Mark,
I
remember
know.
all
Come
them
on.
dudes, man.
I know that, man. And guess, okay, you ready for this? Ready for this?
Yeah.
Guess who was my outside basketball team I used to watch back in the day?
What's that?
UMass. Who do you
Oh,
Marcus Camby.
Marcus Camby,
Marcus
Dana,
Camby, all day.
Dante Bright, Dana Dingle, Edgar Padilla, William Travieso.
Edgar Padilla. Oh, that's a throwback.
Travieso. Hey, Lou Rowe.
Was that the? Oh wait, was that Conference the A10 back in the day?
You listen, real quick before we get off this, man. You know how they can say that bullshit slogan, "Make America Great Again." Hell, make the A10 great again. I remember waking up, going
A10 tournament.
I remember I would wake up on a Saturday, go play my game at like the boys' club. Like the Pee Wee midget leagues. It's like 8 a.m. and shit. Be early. I remember I would go get breakfast. I go to the game and play it. Rush back home. Why? Because the A10 game started at 11:15, where you always seen UMass play.
This how deep. Look,
George Washington.
Got a lot of airtime.
URI.
This how deep it was back in the day. It's messed up, and Philly kind of messed up. Philly
St.
had
Joseph.
LaSalle, St. Joe's, Temple, UPenn. That's the big five. You know what I'm saying? But they had all those schools.
Drexel.
Drexel.
Yeah, definitely Drexel.
Yeah, like it was like you had all the
Yo, I just remember it's just, man, like because where I grew up, when I grew up in Mass, so I was like in like middle school to high school. That was the refuse to lose era, and then my brother was at UMass, and so him and his teammates would always come home, and I mean, so it's like Ted Cottrell, all those guys. So it was like a good part of my life because like they was winning, like Barry, the whole Western Mass was popping. I mean, it was like so. And then the funny story is when Marcus Camby came out of Hartford High, right? He was like probably like one of the top picks in New England.
I used to like Marcus Camby.
Yeah, so there was a war. So there was a war to recruit him. It was between Calhoun and Cal and Cal. And to this day, Calhoun hates Cal because Camby was committed to UMass. No, I mean not UMass. He was committed to UConn. Then all of a sudden,
I had his Knicks jersey. Yeah, I had Marcus Camby's Knicks jersey.
They pay him off a little bit, but on his team, he had another dude. I forgot his name. He played at UMass too. So just the whole basketball in that era. And then we had we had Lamar Odom at URI,
Rhode Island.
Yeah. So like the whole New England, man, like A10, man, if they could bring that back, man. But I don't think they can. But man, they can't, man.
They can't bring that back now.
That thing, man, that shit was
too much. Too much.
Dude, Saint Bonnie. Remember them?
Yeah, same.
The big ass shorts.
Yeah, with Xavier, St. Bonnie, Dayton.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Man, they need to make the A10 great again, man.
If you took away the money, it'll be better. But
all we need is the A10 back and the Big East back to how it was. That's all we need. Only two conversations we need, man.
Hey, real quick, man. Then we gonna say it.
It's getting late.
Look, LeBron, congratulations for being a Warrior. That's all I'm gonna say.
LeBron, come to Philly. It's better here. We got better food.
Yeah, nobody goes to Philly from nasty ass cheesesteaks.
Jaylen Brown did.
All right, fellas. It was
man.
Great.
All right. Peace
out. Once again, thank you for another episode of the Three Wise Men. As we always appreciate, next week we hope to have another good show. Thanks for all that came in. And for those who did join tonight, thank you for sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Please join in next week. Thanks again to the host, Mr. Ira Parker. Thanks again for the other third Wiseman, Mr. LR, and myself, of course, is Big Hit Barry. And with that being said, everybody have a good night.
Peace.
Love, peace, and hair grease.
In a world where love is sought but rarely understood, three men gather, not to agree, but to reveal truth. One who stayed, one who strayed, one who was changed. Not prophets, but proven. Not perfect, but honest. This is the three wise men. In a world where love is sought, but rarely